Well, good morning. Hello, welcome to finals day here at the Hudy Arena. We're RC Racing TV. My name's Matt McCallum. Your host for the day will be Mr. Frank McKinney, and on camera will be Kieran, and it's going to be an amazingly exciting day. Amazingly exciting climax to an incredible week that we've had here.
Packed with action. Packed with action.
I want to just take a moment to thank Hobbywing for being our title sponsor this week.
Oh man, yes.
J Concepts, EuroRC.com, L Surround, S-Works, Mevo Sport with that 10% discount ends tonight, people. You need to buy something, go to Mevo Sport and use the discount code EFRA10. Gets you 10% discount. And of course, X-Ray have sponsored us to be here as well, which is fantastic. It's an EFRA event, so go to EFRA.ws, follow EFRA, RC Motorsport Europe on all your social medias. Connect with them. There's a brand new range of merch available as well, which I'm rocking myself today.
Check that out
Very
on
proudly.
rcracingtv.com.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can't forget R1 Works, T-Works, Team Sawbox,
They will not be forgotten.
Schumacher, and Absema.
Yes.
So, qualifying round 4 about to kick off. And this is, we're starting again, it's a round robin system, so it's it just means that staggered starts basically for everything. Starting with group 9 this time. And in Q5 we start with group 12 and count backwards, starting with 12, 11, 10, etc., all the way down to group 1. The nice thing about that is that it lets the top drivers have plenty of time to sort out their cars and relax and get in the mindset. They have a long time then. If they're first out on track in round 5, and then the A finals are decided pretty much. All right, so they have, yeah, long time to get sorted. So just to recap, yesterday, Bayer, Orlovsky took the first round of qualifying. Quite dramatic. Bayer took the second and the third at the end of the day. So we have 2 more rounds of qualifying today. Remember, only 2 to count. Only 2 to count. Obviously, we're in qualifying round 4 right now. It's just started. The fastest group of drivers are out on track at 10:26. So don't go anywhere because they're up in just a few heats. At 11:43, this is all Central European time. At 11:43, we have a short break for about 20-something minutes. And then we start round 5 with group 12, and then 11 and 10, and so on, as I said. So it starts at 12:06 is the next time the fastest groups of racers are out there. Final A practice is at 2:20, and the A finals start, well, the A1 final is at 3:20 today. And just running through very quickly the top 10 according to the current points order is, of course, Martin Bayer. Bayer, you'll hear it a couple different ways today, sorry about that. But Martin Bayer with a 0, a 0, and a 4. So 0 points for setting the TQ, and a 4 for coming in 4th place in round 1. Orlovsky with a 0 and a 2. Those are his 2 best scores so far, and a 2. So the 2 points are for coming in 2nd. So basically, Bayer at the moment is on 0 points with 3 rounds run and 2 to count. Orlovsky is on 2 points with a TQ, a 2nd, and a 2nd. So you can find all this on myrcm.ch. I'm just, obviously I'm just reading numbers maybe, but if you want to see it visually, just head over to myrcm.ch, go to ranking lists and quali. Bartek Zalewski presently tied for 2nd, but just ahead on tiebreaker to David Ronefalk, who's in 4th at the moment. Una Hottinen, top associated racer. In 5th, Daniel Kovacic, then Burak Kilic in the prototype Mugen. Mika Vidmeyer in the top S-Works, Davide Ongaro, and Hal Figueiredo in the only Techno car. Apparently it's a quite old car. I'm not all that familiar with it really, because Techno is not all that high profile really in Europe. But he is how has been running Techno Nitro off-road for years, and obviously running the four-wheel drive here. He ran two-wheel drive as well. He ran the associated car and was getting help from Davide Ongaro with that. And now, of course, Davide's completely turned his back on him and shut him out. No, I'm kidding. They're mates. Lee Martin, our co-commentator for the two-wheel drive A finals. Make sure to check those out. So that's some pretty good running earlier this week. Lee Martin is at the moment BQ or TQ of the B final, with Marcus Carup tied on points, but just behind him, and then Ben Smith. So that's three different brands: so X-Ray, Associated, and Schumacher. Clement Bode in 14th, Max Gotzel in 15th, Elias Johansson from Sweden in the 16th. I think he's running Schumacher. Someone correct me in the live chat if I'm wrong, but I believe he's running, no, I'm thinking of Holdsworth. What car is Elias Johansson running, please? Swedes, please, pipe in. Jörn Neumann running the S-Works, Tommy Hall in the Associated, Dominic Vlasic in the S-Works, and Johnny Skidmore with the X-Ray is in 20th position at the moment. Okay, so that is our top 20 positions, and I've gone through the schedule. We've gone through our amazing sponsors, so thank you very much to them for allowing us to bring you this coverage for free all week. And if we could find car 7 out there of Oiva Metsola, we already, well, I think it's the blue car, all blue car, just going over the quads now. It's Metsola from Finland. Luke Holdsworth, is he in? Oh, he is in this one. So I think we have followed Luke. I wasn't particularly watching the screen because I was going through all the housekeeping stuff with the schedules and everything. But I believe we followed Luke already in the car 2. Car 9 of Gjembo, that half and half color car. Don't know if we follow that either. Obviously, time has run out now. And there's, I think that's Gjembo just coming in to the pits. So apologies if we didn't follow them already, but just catching up with things. So in the live chat, Model Strecco Racing TV saying buenos dias, buongiorno, bonjour, good morning, guten morgen. Good morning from Sweden to X-Tech 101. Will it be X-Ray or AE on top of the podium? It could be a Schumacher. We don't know. Patrick Andres saying good morning from Sweden today again. Casey's RC, what time does it start? I've gone through the schedule, and we did follow car 7 for a bit. We'll catch up with Luke Holdsworth and Gjembo in the next qualifying run. Hi, my brother is driving today, Alexander Gjembo. Can you film him more? We have followed him quite a lot this week in two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, but we will try to catch up with him again in the last round of qualifying Q5. Team GB, let's go, says Robert Swallow. I'm just guessing, but isn't Johansson driving AE? I don't know at the moment. Max Burso, where can I see the time schedule for all the heats? Those are on myrcm.ch. If you go to time schedule, you can find the, I'll just put it in the live chat, shall I? I'll just switch accounts. So I'm just posting the link for the MyRCM. So Brian Preddy, or one of our heroes, saying car 4, Johnny Skidmore, please. So Johnny is, I believe, is going to be the second car out. So let's follow Johnny from the get-go. There's Johnny. He had a a bad run a couple of qualifiers ago, but it's driving angry, I think, is he's just having some issues, but obviously first lap out, no issues yet, looking good. Watching from New Zealand, go Angaro. Actually, Mauro, his father, showed up today. Wasn't expecting to see him, but it's good to see him. So I think if we drop back one car, we'll have Alexander Landon, who we've had a request for as well. There's Landon crossing the finish line. There he goes, popping up into the top spot. 2 laps in 1 minute flat. That's pretty good. Of course, this is the heat just before the 2 top heats, so these guys are going to be pretty quick. Tommy Hall and Jamie Hall both in this one. We had a really a good time commentating on the Brit heat, which is 8 British racers, an Estonian, and I think a Swiss. I'm not sure. An Austrian, I think, maybe. Got some really good info from them, so check that out yesterday, from yesterday's live stream. John Moore saying, straight out of the U.S. Good morning. Morning. John, where do you listen to us from, John? I'd be very surprised if it's California, but, you know, from your Lebowski avatar. My first thought is California. Who else has been flying? So we are on car 6 of Landon. Okay, so maybe one of the Halls. Oh, is it Josh Holdsworth? Is he in this one? Or is it Luke? Yakima, Washington. All right, very good. Don't know what the weather like there is. Weather there is like right now, but hopefully it's as nice it is as it's looking today. That's good. So we do have a request for car number 10 of Gomez. Pedro Gomez currently running 3rd. Oh, who's this? Oh, no. That's just bad luck. It does happen, unfortunately. Car 10, just about to finish the lap. It's actually one of those 2 cars. I think it is the white car that got stuck up in that marshal's foot. Because I think it was the number 2 that had gone over of Holdsworth. So I think we were following Holdsworth for a little bit. And I think this is Gomez in the car. Yes, it is the 0 of Pedro. Oh, and Holdsworth getting wrong again coming off of there. I thought it was quite cool that Luke Holdsworth's co-workers were watching his race, his qualifying heats at work, that's how cool is that? It's pretty cool. So shout out to Walker Fire in Preston, UK, for that. It's quite cool. Lula23 saying, good morning, watching from South Africa. Go Team Schumacher. What's the racing scene like in South Africa? That's really interesting. We had someone watching from South Africa yesterday as well. Don't know how much they were able to watch, but that's pretty cool. I mean, they had a Worlds there some time ago. Let's see who else we could follow. One of the Halls brothers. I think Jamie's just coming over the quads, but I don't know where Tommy is at the minute. Is that Jamie? That might be Jamie catching Tommy. Uwe from the ETS and Euro RC Series. Good morning, my friends. Thank you for great coverage again. Greetings, Uwe. Good morning, Uwe. Guten Morgen. We do have, I think, is this Tommy that's just ahead of Jamie? I think. It's 9 and 8. So we're definitely on Jamie. Tommy's actually already finished his run. So Tommy will be somewhere ahead on some of the beginning of the track, but I don't see a... I think he's a couple of laps ahead, or a couple of cars ahead. So we missed Tommy this time around and Van Helmen. We can't catch them all. They're like, these cars are like Pokemon when they're out on the track. See, I'm trying to keep it like fresh and real, yo. I got my hat turned sideways, talking about Pokemon. And there's your finishing order. Philippa Plim. Hello, Philippa. Go Sweden. John Moore saying in Yakima it's going to be warm, 35 degrees. Thank you for putting it in Celsius, by the way. 35 degrees later today, Central Washington. We rarely get rain. And what a beautiful track, by the way. It is a great track. It's very difficult and challenging. Hey, Nathan. Great coverage as always, Frank. Thank you very much, Nathan. Nathan running the, a very large part of the iconic RC series in the UK, which I'm hoping to take part in coming up. It's very hard to get entries in, apparently. I'm finding out. Need to have some ins with the organizers. Cameron Wells RC saying, morning, everyone. Eli Siva saying, would it be Bayer and Ronafalk? Oh, no. You're replying to someone else. Gino54 video. Great coverage from you guys. Can we please follow car number 1? We will certainly follow. That is Vlasic, Dominic Vlasic, running the S-Works car. And Lee Martin. We'll follow them out for sure. Let's see who's out there. I mean, Lee's car is relatively easy to spot. Vlasic is, I'm getting familiar a bit with his paint scheme. Edward Pickering saying, hello from Japan. Hot and humid here, over here as always. You're not in the icy, with those, like where the baboons like hang out in the natural hot baths. That's pretty cool. Link to live timing, I posted it. If you scroll up in the live chat, I posted it as RC Racing TV a few minutes ago. Rimfire saying, good morning from Indiana, USA. Looking forward to great RC TV coverage, commentary, and racing. So we also have a request for car number 3 of Johansson. So cars number 2, 1, and 3. And 9 apparently now. So basically everybody. But we'll start with car number 2 because that is what our hero, Brian Preddy, has requested. There's Lee. This is a warm-up lap. Oh, no. This is qualifying. They've already started. I completely missed the... I'm just saying hello to everyone in the chat. They're coming in thick and fast. All the hellos and everything. All right, so this is Lee, obviously, in the car number 1. Where? Oh, no, sorry, that's Vlasic. Where is Lee at? He's just coming in front of us over the quad, I think, in the 2. There. If you drop back to the hairpin section, or wait it there, Kieran, just wait there for Lee. There he is, Mr. Lee Martin. 40-plus winner in two-wheel drive earlier this week, and 40-plus winner in Nitro Buggy a couple weekends ago. So he's, as we were joking last night, he's just racking up those 40-plus wins. Nearly doing a wall ride there. It's pretty good. Let's see who else we need to follow. Car 3 and 9. 3 and 9. Johansson and Lautenbach. Of course, Lee was our number one, our first pick. But Lautenbach didn't have a great time yesterday. He pulled off a couple times in the qualifying. So 3 rounds ran yesterday, 2 today. I'm not seeing, somewhere out there is Lautenbach's car, I think. Yes, he is running. Ben Smith not having a great run. Lee's doing really well, and so is Clement and Howe. Oh, Lautenbach is coming over the quads now. Or no, we're with Johansson. We'll stick with Johansson for a bit. Give him a lap or two, and then we'll move to. Lautenbach is relatively easy to find because it's mostly like blue top and a white stripe along the bottom. So this is our second fastest group of racers after the seeding practice. So it's, where is Lautenbach? He is, I think, no. He's just about to come underneath you, Kieran. White wheels, blue and white body. He's headed towards the quad. Next car over the quad is Lautenbach. So if, as try not to repeat myself, but it's kind of hard not to. Lautenbach is, of course, the son of Jürgen Lautenbach, the founder and CEO and main man behind LRP. There's Neumann just behind him as well. Neumann not doing too hot in four-wheel drive. Did really well in two-wheel drive, running the S-Works. Gotzel and Johansson have just completed their 5-minute run. This is qualifying. So it's the 4th round of qualifying. As you can see, the Q4, Heat 11. So it's the second fastest group of racers. And everyone but Lautenbach has finished his run. Lautenbach's just going to get 9 laps in this one. Everyone else getting 10. Figueiredo getting 11 again. Lee Martin getting 11, and Boda also. And there's the official finishing order. Look at all those different countries in there. Just a couple of Brits, a couple of Czech racers. Boda, top French racer. Howe, top Portuguese. And we'll throw to Matt.
Welcome to the pits for Saturday morning. I usually talk to him when it's all gone wrong, but which isn't very often. 11 laps, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. I wanted that 11 laps, so got it. Let's hope this the guys in this one have a bit of a rough one, and we might scrape a good result here, but who knows?
Well, let's hope you do. But if you don't, will you join us for the A final?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, amazing. Figueiredo also getting the 11 laps, and Boda getting 11 laps as well. Where's Mr. Boda? Can't see him. One thing I will point out is it's finals day, so world champion dads have turned up. We've got Mr. Ongaro, we've got Mr. Orlovsky making an appearance to support the teams on this incredibly important day. And I'll hand back to Frank so we can go and get this top heat in.
Right, good stuff. As you can see, Lee happy there. Gave us a bit of a fright a couple times yesterday after his qualifying runs. So, as you can see from the names on the timing there, Karip hasn't checked in, so that just means he hasn't crossed the line yet. But at the moment, we're kind of just looking at Bayer and Orlovsky. So, but the rest of the drivers, of course, all trying to get up into that top 2 positions. 5:22 is what they managed to get yesterday, although Bayer in yesterday's Q3 run doing a 5:20. So we'll see what the times are like now. Bayer himself was saying it's going to be a bit humid from the humidity overnight, so potentially slow the track down a bit more. Obviously, needing to change the car setup for a slower track. 29.5 for everyone so far. 29.4 for Zalewski. This kid is quick. Kovacic running to the top now with a 29.3. So we're following these top drivers for a lap or so, and then we'll see how it starts to shake out. With just the one moving camera, it's impossible to catch everyone when they, should they make a mistake or get hung up with someone else. But we're doing our best. Here's Ronefalk. I believe, 4-time European champion, just in Nitro Buggy, and how many other electric buggy championships has he got? I think at least 2. And up on 2 wheels there. Through the hairpin section. Down the straight again. Very long straight section here. And this is, I believe this is Ungaro. So they're often different. They're not going out in number order. It's not Ungaro, is it? It is. They go out in the order of their fastest total time. Sorry, this is Zalewski. He's changed his body. He's completely changed his body, I think. So obviously there's high downforce and lower downforce options available. And this is going to be Kilic coming next in the prototype Mugen. So Orlovsky, Zalewski, Kovacic, Ronefalk, Ungaro, Bayer not having a good run. 29.6 that last time around. 29.1 for Orlovsky. This could be a throwout for Bayer. Actually, well, as I say that, he's just on a 29.1 and thrown himself back up into the top 3, but quickly knocked out by Orlovsky, Zalewski, and Ronefalk. Orlovsky with the 29 flat, Zalewski 29.2, Kovacic 29.3. Orlovsky still with that 29 flat. Let's see if he's able to back it up. 29 flat again. Bayer with the 29.3 that time. Orlovsky bringing the heat, to borrow a line from Scotty. So let's find Orlovsky out there. Where's he at? I think he's headed into the hairpin section now. Hairpin section is where Orlovsky is. He's about to come across the finish line, or I think he's already crossed the finish line. There he is. 29.1 last time around. Zalewski with 29.1. Ronefalk with a 30. Bayer doing a 29.5. So Bartek, fastest X-ray at the minute, running second. Orlovsky, fastest overall right now. So they're both predicted for 11.520. Zalewski with a 5:20.943. Orlovsky with a 9:15. that is literally 0.03 of a second apart. The margins are so incredibly tight here. It's 0.03 of a second, and that's just the predicted time. So very, very difficult for drivers, even of Orlovsky's caliber, to make a 5-minute run with 0 mistakes. And Zalewski trying to make it difficult for him. Both Polish racers, but running for different brands. Orlovsky still on a 11.520.9. Zalewski on a dropped the pace by 5 seconds. He had a very bad lap, 32.3 last time around for Zalewski, but we're with Orlovsky trying to chase down another four-wheel drive win for the Euros. We might get a smile out of him this time in the pits. Orlovsky still slowed down very slightly, 11.521. Kovacic now on 11.523 pace, with Bartek on 11.524. Bayer on 11.525, so he's down the order a bit. Orlovsky's finished on 11.521. Bayer with 11.525. 4 seconds ahead over 5 seconds. So it's going to be Orlovsky with the TQ for round number 4. So fantastic job for the Schumacher team. I think a sigh of relief can be felt around the world from the Schumacher fans and the teammates. So there's our official finishing order. 521.703, 523, 526 for Bayer and Mika Widmeyer. Bartek Zalewski on a 526. So let's throw to Matt.
Michael, I'll walk with you. I know you've got to marshal. Good work. Your dad turned up and things got faster. Has that got anything to do with it? Probably not.
It's always nice to have my dad, but the time is not fast enough, so I need to go quicker in the last one.
How do you approach this next one? Super safe or just all out fast?
I think we need to find a little bit more speed in the car to try and beat Martin's time from yesterday. Yeah, we need to try something and see what we can do.
Okay, we're sure you can do it. We'll keep an eye on the Schumacher team. Good work from the Schumacher team.
Yeah, we improved the car since yesterday. Rebuild the diffs, change the shocks, and yeah, it was much better today. Very happy.
Did the track feel different this morning? It's a little bit damper after last night?
I'm not sure. I think, like looking at the other guys, they were a bit slower in the morning. I immediately was on pace, but now I think my car was a bit too soft. So I think my car was perfect in the morning. Now we need to stiffen it up a bit, but yeah, I'm happy with it too. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Well, bit of a smile from Daniel. No smiles from Mikael. I think he feels like there's still more to do, or he's not going to smile until this whole event's over, maybe. Let's just see. Oh, we've got a bit of a fire out here. So everyone launches into action. Obviously a very serious situation when that happens, but Martin Bayer knows what to do when it does. Dealt with already. It happens. The familiar smell. And yeah, I'll hand back to Frank.
The deadly magic smoke. Yeah, we don't want to see that. And of course, there are fire extinguishers and buckets of sand dotted all around the pits and the track. So all okay. Yeah. So my prediction didn't really come true there. He wasn't smiling all that much. Like Matt was saying, probably feeling that he has a lot more to do. Kovacic seemed happier, but yeah. Okay, so let's catch up with the chat here. Let's see. So, Service or Moin, depending on what region of Germany you're in. Really cool to hear about a Mugen four-wheel drive prototype. Yeah, it's it obviously is looking very quick. He's the only driver here, and he's in the basically in the A final at the minute. This is going to be fast. Yes, indeed. Carup, yes, looking improved. Congrats to Michael and Schumacher. If the shoe fits, wear it. Nice. Tara Evenin. Hello, Tara. Saying good work, Michael and Daniel. Indeed. Nathan saying, can we watch Manny Panesar in Heat 3, please? We'll work on that. He's coming up. Well, we're already on Heat 1. So yeah, in a couple of heats, we'll try to just drop a line if we don't remember. Steve Oppie saying good morning all. Team Chaos RCTV saying good morning guys. Morning to our heroes, our amazing heroes. Thank you very much for all the support and being a fan. Thank you very much. Mark Burton Young saying not smiling, game face on. Indeed, very much. Car 3. Let's see who that is. Car 3 of Sandstrom, who's actually we did miss them in the last in Q3. Sandstrom is somewhere approaching the middle part of the track. Can't remember which car it is. I think it's the orange and white car going into the hairpin section. I think that is it. I might be wrong, but if nothing else, no, he's still not crossed the line, actually. No, he's just crossed the line. So he's somewhere at the front section. I think he's the next green and white car in front of us now. It's gone over a little bit. So this is Peter Sandstrom, one of our 40-plus racers, running for Sweden in the Swedish colors. Mark Burton saying, yeah, the epoxy smell of death. The smell of burnt electronics in the morning. I mean, it's a smell of money burning. That's how I think of it. Not a good thing, because it's possible, if it's all the plastic bits around it and the wires and obviously the batteries themselves, it's not good. Morning, chaps, from Nick Dale saying, morning, another vote for watching Manny Panesar in Heat 3. Where's Manny run? Because he gets a lot of requests for follows. There's no, I mean, I'm assuming he's, I think he's from the UK, because obviously there's lots of British racers asking to follow. And, who else for some reason Martin Bayer is showing on the timing, but he's, I think because 9 drivers, something, this did have 10 people in it. Oh, car 2, where's car 2 of Evie? We had several requests for Evie yesterday. They finished, but still going around the track probably. It's possible to follow Evie. Just going over a few jumps. There we go. There's Evie Thames, sister of Harriet, who is racing later in the qualifying order. So that is Sandstrom. Just waiting for Sandstrom to finish, and that's everybody finished. and we'll throw it to Matt.
Yeah, let's obviously the top heat guys have got to sweep the track now. That's their job, is to sweep the track. And they do it without fail. Every person that marshals will sweep the track, and they're not sweeping any dust from the track itself. It's all black. It's all tyre dust that they sweep from the track. And if I'm allowed to walk on the track, all the buggies have gone. Just wanted to find out from Martin. I'll talk to him when he's finished with this. Mika, I think we're going to have Mika joining us in the studio after this. We've got driving the prototype Mugen. Martin, how's it going? You just trying something in that last one, or have some issues?
No issue. I make a small mistake, but I know this will be not my run, because for me it's just so much better to run used tires. So I'm basically preparing my finals for later today.
Okay. So this last round that we've got coming up next, what's your approach to that? Just running into more tires?
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's hard to beat yesterday time. So I will probably focus on the final. So make sure everything is ready for the finals.
Four-wheel drive Martin's a lot more chilled than two-wheel drive Martin.
Yeah, that's a different Martin, definitely. It's a different person.
Okay, it's all good fun now. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, we've got Mika Widmeyer coming in to talk to us. So I'll hand back to the studio.
All right. Yes. So as if you come over here. Yes. There you go. Just check that on. And then, yeah. All right. So, special guest in the studio. How are you? Mika Widmeyer.
Hello. Yeah, nice to be here.
So, running S-Works. Obviously, S-Works, one of our fantastic sponsors this week, helping us bring, we've got hundreds of people watching every day. So thank you to S-Works, and thank you to you for coming in just after your fourth qualifying run. How was the track different today and this morning than it has been in previous days?
I think for me it feels quite similar to the last days, maybe a bit more grippy than yesterday, because I think they also put some more glue yesterday.
Yeah,
so I think it feels a bit more grippy this morning, but almost very similar to the last day.
Okay, so are you finding it that the track doesn't change a large amount during the day because of the covering and obviously the rain that we've had the last couple of days hasn't really affected anything?
Yeah, I mean luckily we are indoor, because with the rain we had during the days would be worse if we are outdoor. But no, for me the track is quite similar during all the days. It doesn't change a lot, so I think that's quite good for our kind of racing, because you can focus more on car and your driving, because it's not the track changing so much. So
yeah, oh, that's cool. And so the S-Works car. Now it's hard for me to follow all the different developments of the cars that I've heard from the live chat that apparently there's a prototype Schumacher car, and we talked to Burak. There's a prototype Mugen car, obviously, that he's running. So what are the two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive cars that you guys are running? Is there anything brand new, prototype, special, or standard cars, or what have you guys had this week?
Yeah, so for a two-wheel drive, we had a brand new car. It was prototype version of our new two-wheel drive, and for me, it was really, really amazing to drive. Also, Jörn liked it a lot. Yeah. And it was it was more or less our first real outing with the car. Before we did a few batteries on AstroTurf, but
wow.
So, and we just put it here, and it was working very good straight from the beginning, out of the box. So it was super good.
That's always helpful, isn't it?
Yes.
You have a lot less work to do then.
Yes. So that was very good for us in two-wheel drive, and in four-wheel drive, it's more or less our normal car, just with some few new option parts. The main thing is a different chassis, which we are releasing very soon. It just changes a bit the flex of the car and the weight distribution stuff, and with it it's more or less in all conditions it was better. So that was a huge improvement to the car.
Okay.
But more or less other things are standard, just normal option parts you can buy, but nothing crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing that's been specially designed specifically for this track or anything.
I mean, we had 1 or 2 ideas, but we found out they were not working so good. We tried during practice, but I mean, that's kind of development. I mean, you have ideas, you put them on the car, and some work, some work not. So, but I think like we found a good configuration for qualifying day yesterday, and since that we are just changing some slightly things to get the small improvements. But car's feeling not too bad.
That's great. And your team, I think, if I'm remembering right, there's only maybe 6 drivers on it, really?
Yeah, unfortunately not so many at the moment, but we are working hard to improve that.
Yeah.
So I think now with the new two-wheel drive, we will have a car which is super durable and also very good out of the box. I think customers will like a lot. And then also as with the chassis, for our four-wheel drive will be much better. And I think with this configuration, we will have now like 2 very good cars like out of the box more or less. So I think with this, or we hope with this, we can like improve or increase our team a lot. And but it's cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you got Jörn, you have yourself, you have Dominic. I guess you guys are like the pro guys, and then I've seen a few
one
other
more guy. Patrick Bremstal, he's also from Austria.
Yes, actually, he's also our cover image for
exactly,
days.
Exactly. Yeah, he's also like very fast. He's like practicing a lot with me together, and during the last 1 or 2 years, we did a lot together, and he got super fast, and together we are like thinking about some ideas for the car and stuff. So he's also very talented. And then we have like Nino, our young guy. He's like, I think 11 years.
I think I've seen
12.
him and his dad.
Yeah,
that's the parent. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he's already running like I think top 40, top 50. So he's super fast also in Austria. And so with this, that's like our main team, and then we try to grow now.
Yeah, of course. No, it's great. So did you guys come to the warm up event that was here?
Yes, we were here.
What were the kinds of things that you tried that were like, okay, you come away from the warm up, maybe you stay a day or two after or whatever, and you go back to your race club at home, and you're like, okay, we need to try this, we need to try that, and what worked? What ended up actually working for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we stayed after the warm up for 2 more days here and testing already some ideas, which were quite good, and then based on that, we had some things to get a more stable rear end, to get it like, especially in 4-wheel drive, to get it like more easy to drive. In 2-wheel drive, we knew we will get a prototype car for here, so we didn't test so much during the warm up. But in 4-wheel drive, we tried that, and I mean, testing at home is a bit difficult because we only have like AstroTurf tracks, or we also have a dirt track, but it's like old school dirt with dust and super low grip, not really comparable to these conditions. So we basically just made them, put them in here the first time, and it was strange because it didn't work like we thought it would, and then we went like on the opposite side thing on the setup, like completely different something, and it started to work super good. So it's strange because sometimes you think you need to go in this direction with setup and parts, but at the end you need to do the completely opposite, even if it makes no sense to you, but sometimes it's just trying.
Now, do you, I mean, arguably you and Jörn are the top 2 drivers. Do you guys have similar driving styles? Or is there something that you go, well, he drives very aggressive, but I drive very light on the throttle or steering or whatever, anything like that? Is there anything that you guys trade, or are you kind of driving a similar way on the track?
I think if you compare Jörn and myself on the track, we have like very different driving styles. He's like super calm, super smooth, and I'm like more the aggressive one, a bit more wild. So, but things like shocks and stuff, I think we run super similar. But then, for example, I need a bit more rear end, and he needs a bit less rear end, but therefore more steering. So there's some difference, but more or less it's similar setups, I would say.
Okay, very interesting. And now talking about the servos, you're sponsored by Savox, so another one of our fantastic broadcast partners this week. So what are you running in that? What products roughly are you running?
So in my one tank cars, I'm using the low profile servos, the SB3262MG. It's like the new line they just released at the beginning of the year. Before I used the the one before, but the new one is like I really like because it got a bit more response, it's a bit faster. I feel a bit more connected to the car and everything feels like a bit more precise, so you get a bit more feedback. So I really like them. I already tested during the winter season in my 4-wheel drive. I had one for testing, and I already liked a lot. So with these zeros, they make like a very, very good step.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. And did you go to the World's warm-up or as a team, or did anybody representative from the team go to the World's warm-up in Australia?
Unfortunately not, because it's like super expensive going there. And so, and at that time we also didn't have our new two-wheel drive prototype.
Yeah.
So for us, it was like just going there with one car, spending so much money wouldn't make so much sense. So we didn't went there.
Okay. But you and I imagine, and other drivers going to represent S-Works?
To be honest, we are not 100% sure at the moment. We are still thinking about going to the Worlds because we had no practice, we had no warm-up.
Yeah.
And then it's also super expensive, like I said, going there.
Yeah.
Like the travels, the hotels, tire stuff. This is maybe, and then at the end, I mean, for sure it's a world championship, but then I think there's not that huge market also in Australia. So yeah, we are still thinking about. We are not 100% sure, but we will decide during the next weeks.
It can be a tough decision for sure.
Yes. Because as a racer, you always want to go to the Worlds, but we also need to check about the view from our sponsors, what they think, and then we will see.
Okay. Now, next year's, I don't know if people in the live chat are aware, but next year's Euros are already decided. They're going to be in Austria on AstroTurf. So now you mentioned AstroTurf surface at your home club. So are you looking more forward to that than here?
Yeah, I think so. Because like you said, it's actually my home club.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, there you go. Maybe you can tell us all about it then.
It's super close to my home and work. So for sure I will practice. So that's probably the best Euros I can prepare for. So since I know that there will be the Euros, I'm very excited for that one.
I mean, I've seen pictures of it, what it looked like, I suppose, last year, and I can only imagine the kinds of improvements that they're going to do. Whether it's like painting stuff and new AstroTurf or whatever they do, and I'm sure it'll look very cool. But it's a bit like. It looks like a bit like Robin Hood, but with a lot more
like
elevation
yes,
changes.
Exactly. Yes, it's like kind of like you said, it's like so many elevation stuff, and some things it's like you also you cannot see so super good, so you drive a bit more from feeling side. So it's like when I drove there for the first time, for me it was super hard. But now I enjoy it a lot driving there, and it's super nice.
Awesome. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, that's next year's Euros in Austria. And what's the name of the club?
It's ERT Steyreg.
Okay, so STEYREG, is that right?
Yeah, with 2 G at the end, yes.
2 Gs. STER.
No, it's STYREGG.
Okay, there you go. So look that up on Facebook or just on your favorite search engine and check out the pictures of the club if you're in the live chat. Thank you very much, Micha,
You're welcome.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Very, very interesting insights.
Thank you.
And of course, best of luck for the rest
Thanks
of the
a lot.
qualifying.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Micha. So that's some good stuff there from S-Works factory driver Micha Widmeyer. Hattie Thames. Hattie Thames in the car 8, if we can. I imagine we've already moved around to her, but if we haven't, I knew we'd have a request for Hattie somewhere along the way. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. So the S-Works team, small, but at least bigger than some of the other teams that are out there this week. There's Hattie. Catch her for at least a couple laps. Again, I was looking at Micha while we were talking, so apologies for not catching up with the live chat requests. Steve Oppie saying, what a nice guy Mika is. He's pretty good and very, very helpful with us. I mean, lots of comments about the basically about reverse polarity and destroying speedos and batteries, as there would be. Yeah, and it sounds like there's a bunch of oldies in the chat because they're talking about getting used to lipo and brushless. That's kind of like me. I stopped racing big style when those were getting very, very popular, and nowadays it's all about the speedos and programming speedos. So stuff to get used to. So, Orlovsky with 2 round TQs, Bayer with 2 round TQs. Let's see who's got the fastest time. I'm not exactly sure how it counts because I think there was a faster time for one of them, and I don't know, it's a little bit mixed up, but let's see if we can, the computer hasn't sorted things out because this round hasn't finished just yet, but we can look at the fastest times. So, actually, it's already figured it out. Bayer and Martin Orlovsky both on 0 points after 4 rounds of qualifying. I mean, tells you how tight it is. However, Bayer has his throwouts are a 3 and a 4, and Orlovsky's are a 2 and a 2. But that comes down to fastest time. So, Bayer's 3rd round run was a 5:20, 11 laps in 5:20. The fastest lap time of 28.6, but that doesn't matter as far as the point count, as far as the tie breaks. And Orlovsky's fastest run was a 5:21. So that a 5:21.7 compared to a 5:20.6 for Bayer. That is 0.9 of a second. That is the difference between Bayer having, at the moment, the overall TQ. So yeah, both of them with 2 round TQs because we're going round by round. It's not fastest time of day or rocket round or anything like that. It is round by round qualifying. So each round of practice, qualifying, counts separately. And yeah, it's all good. Well, we have a bunch of oldies in the chat. Mark Rutten saying, yeah, I definitely qualify for 50 plus. You and me both. Rimfire saying, radios not having crystals and no more eye-poking antennas. Oppie saying, I still can't even program my transmitter, never mind my ESC. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm happy with, to be honest, for just playing around, I'm happy with an RTR transmitter and potentiometers, the little dial things on them. Pegboard near the rostrum. Yeah, definitely. I remember that. Or a gigantic chunk of PVC pipe with the car numbers on them with the frequency numbers. Last place Dave saying, I'd rather run a Core 21 and a basic $20 ESC, a 20-pound ESC in my Tamiya Mini rather than brushless. Yeah. Actually, I can't remember what motor I probably need in my Mini to be able to run it. Anyway, intriguing. Bayer and Orlovsky tied on points, exactly. So it is very quick. And, this is X-Race home track. Say what you want about home field advantage. We were just talking to Mika Vidmeyer. Next year's Euros is literally minutes from his track, so we can expect him to be quick. And, it's wherever you go, there's going to be some driver with home field advantage. And Orlovsky really, really taking it to them. The whole Schumacher team, of course. It's not just Orlovsky. We've got Trish Neal here. We've got Daniel Kovacic. We have many, many drivers from the UK here and across Europe to support and just help them out. XSec101 saying, I enjoy even a slower brushless than brushed motors. Brushed is for re and vintage cars. To be honest, I wouldn't mind having brush. I think I still have my motor commutator truer thingy. But yeah. Brush ACs used to be 70 pounds, and all my paper on money in the 1980s, and now they're basically throwaway. They are. They just come free in kits nowadays if you get a Tamiya kit. Like 170 pounds or something like that. You get a free brush / low-end brushless motor, Speedo. It's great stuff. Last place, Dave. I just wang my car on the track and hope for the best. That's many of us nowadays, isn't it? But I do more vintage now, so it's not that much of an issue. So yeah, I'm hoping to get into vintage, or planning to get into vintage racing, off-road and on-road, in the coming months, hopefully. I remember back in the day when we actually struggled to maintain a 5-minute heat run because of the batteries. Oh my goodness. No warm-up laps. Exactly. Yeah, I started back when I started racing. Back when yellow packs were just starting to fade away, the 1700s, and it became the SCRC Sanyos, the 1800s, the black packs. Those were the thing to have. So I bought 4 of those. Didn't realize I had to assemble them. Had to buy a soldering iron, figure out how to solder. Destroyed at least one battery pack because I tried soldering it badly. And yeah, that was $50 gone. The struggle to find speed and still run 5 minutes. Don't miss those days, even if it's nostalgia. And nowadays, it's. Imagine if I were running a race club or something like that, I would definitely have. Okay, you're running vintage, great. Have a, I don't know, not a crazy amount of power in it, like a 17.5 or whatever they use. Apparently 10.5 is what Nathan Rawls tells me that the vintage buggies are using. But if everyone can fit a battery big enough, or has a battery big enough to run 6, 7, 8 minutes, why not? Why not do it? If there's not enough people, if the attendance is low enough, obviously you don't want to annoy everyone else running 5 minutes, but 6-minute heats for touring car, so easy to do. Why not? Maybe, I don't know if that's I think everyone runs 5 minutes in vintage, but that would certainly be a way to get more people in, I think. Julian Dormoy saying, missing so much the good old Novak ESC. So sad the brand disappeared. There's loads of electronics brands that have gone by the by. Tekin disappeared, came back fairly strong. I don't think they have any like top pro guys running it, but it's still around. Kientz, I remember them. But yeah, Tekin, I used to have a bunch of their stuff. I didn't have the number, like the number pad Speedo, but I had some of the other ones. Can we follow car 9, please? Yes, we. Who is that? Sven Rudik. We'll know our unofficial TQ pretty much right out in turn 5. Yeah, pretty much. So Q5, since you mentioned it, so it's a nice reminder. We're in the midst of group qualifying round 4. We do have a break coming up at 11:43, so that is in half an hour's time. We do have a break. And then at 12:06, group 12 will be out for round 5, and right after them is group 11. So around group, around 12:11 Central European time, we will know who's going to be our pole position driver. Are we on the 9 already, I think? So I'm looking down at my notes, and we are coming over the quad, into the Z, over the triple. Ahiles, or Ahilis. Oh yeah, OG Bob Novak. And yeah, we've been covering some retro stuff in the RCTV news. Make sure and check out the latest episode of that. But and we do have another one obviously coming next week. But yeah, the Novak stuff was interesting. I had the Cyclone, of course, like many people did. My first racing Speedo, quote unquote, was a Tekin Titan, and I only did that because it could run mild modified motors, like I think down to like 13 turn or maybe 9 turn, I can't remember. But it also had reverse. That was important because I wanted to be able to just drive it. I didn't want to have to buy 2 Speedos, one for racing and one for playing around. I wanted to be able to reverse, so I just didn't use reverse. Or I think I had a reverse lockout or something like that as well. But yeah, eventually I did end up with a Cyclone or 2. I still have that Tekin Titan as well, and a Cyclone. All good fun. Tekin T-Pad ESC was the boss. Mark Burton Young, you need the Marshall falling over in the RCTV news. I wasn't looking, but at some point, was it Q4 Heat 5? I'll just mark it down. As long as it's not like, too much laughing at. Like the GT8 Marshall that was jumping last year, that was a good one. XTech101 saying, talk to a friend about batteries. If you had one LiPo 6500 milliamp back in the days of the RC10 era, you could run 3 rounds on one charge and choose what brush motor you felt and be #1 in the world. Yeah, I mean, it's wild, isn't it? It's I think it'd be cool. I like these off the wall sorts of things. But let's have a 10-minute, 2-wheel drive buggy race, or let's drive a touring car for 12 minutes. And as long, you don't have to choose choose a slow one in Tamiya cars, or old school cars or whatever, or even a newer car. Let's have like crazy long, because it's a completely different mindset. You're not racing for 5 minutes or 4 minutes. You're racing for 10 or 12. It's totally different. It's the 12-scale cars nowadays, a little bit bigger battery and a little bit crazy modified wind, and they can certainly run as long as you want. They don't have to go only 8 minutes. So we're still on the 9s. Let's find another car because we've been in this car for most of the run. Who else is out there? Reese Ward is a popular one. It's car 7 if we can find him maybe. Oh, it's the orange car going over the triple now. Just going into the hairpin is Reese Ward. So one of our popular requests. Alexander Bogdansky in this one as well. Talked to him yesterday. His English isn't so good, but he's only 10. So it can absolutely be forgiven, but he's only been racing for 3 years. His dad, one of these RC dads that started up a hobby with his son, had never raced before. Has never raced until 3 years ago. And here he is at the European Championships in Slovakia. The cars coming across to finish their run now. So we have lots of oldie chat going on. Julian Dormoy asking for car 4. A bit late, I think. Sorry about that. Last place Dave. Well, I mean, your username says it all, last place Dave. My brain struggles when doing 20-minute finals with 8th Buggy. I would like to see, it would be cool. I mean, obviously we got all these like fuel things and, you know, regulations and stuff like that. 16% is so much different to 25% racing fuel. There's a lot of stuff along those lines, but, you know, fuel stops and stuff like that, you know, like proper endurance racing type stuff is such a big part of racing. Love electric, but we also love nitro. Exec 101 saying, got almost 20 minutes run time out of my X-Ray XB2 with a 17.5 and a 6500 pack. That's great. Sam Mughal saying, Reese Ward, the baby-face assassin. Oh dear, we got Will Venables in this one. Next one. And Mughal as well. Sam Mughal, I imagine you're going to be cheering on Yas Mughal as well. Starting behind Venables this time. Harley Eldridge as well in this one. This is the Brit Heat. Let's see if are there any Brits in the pits that we can. Brits in the pits. That's a series that we could do. Brits in the pits. Who is out there that we can talk to? No one that I recognize that is British. And they're all. These guys like to cheer on and. You know, laugh at the misfortunes of others, as you do. So let's see who we, I think we're going to pick up Isaac I always mess up the last name, McFadyen, I believe, first coming out. So 8 Brits in this one, and we also have a German racer of Elias Jordan, one of our junior racers, and Hendrik Laname from Estonia. Harley Eldridge as well. Always racing, well, I mean, I think the only thing she doesn't race is maybe Nitro Buggy, like, or 1/8 Buggy. So many events, whether it's ETS, EOS, and obviously Euros. Maybe Nitro is just the only category she doesn't race, and by extension, 1/8 E-Buggy. And this is, I missed the number. Elias Jordan from Germany, who we were just following in that green car. And this is Harley Eldridge running a white body. So she was running a yellowy body, I think, in two-wheel drive, and has settled on this white body. Those body choices, you can have a sleeker body, more aero, or you can go for a more high downforce body. So Harley doing fairly well at so many races with her dad here. And who's this next? Just come across. This is Lana May from Estonia. Hendrik Lana May. Lana May? Sam Mughal saying, better off starting behind Venables, otherwise by corner 2 you'll be behind him anyway. You know it. As we've seen, we have video evidence of this. And there's Mr. Will Venables. Let's see how he's doing. Pops into 5th overall. His pace is 10 laps, 5:17. A few seconds behind leader of Isaac McFadyen. Oh, he's just dropped to 9 something. What happened there? 10:5:14 is Harley Eldridge's pace. So Will is about 3 seconds behind. Mughal, another few seconds behind that. Abe Lyons just noticing not getting a start. And here's Jas Mughal. Ooh, very tight on that corner. Lots of 90-degree corners on this on the track. Ooh, and Mughal getting it all wrong on the straight. You can hear the scrape on the super hard surface of the dirt. The dirt is glued down by basically a builder's PVA glue, something that you would use to paint on paper or cardboard or even wood to let you get some paint on it. It's like a prep surface sort of thing. Just white PVA glue. Ooh, that's going to be another slow lap. So, well, actually, that was all one lap, but unfortunately, it's five minutes to count. So let's see, anyone else out there who we haven't covered? Who's this coming across the double towards us? The car number 6 of Matthew Peters. Going over the triple into the hairpin section. So Eldridge leading this one, 10-minute 5:13 pace, is several seconds ahead of everyone. McFadyen finishes on 10 minutes 5:13. No, Eldridge actually finished on 10 minutes 5:13. McFadyen on 5:18. 5:24 for Jordan. Laname Venables finishes 5:19. So just bopped down again, finishing 5th. 5th is worse than 3rd, Will. X-Tech 101 saying, sometimes pronouncing names could be weird. Could be weird? It is absolutely weird. Language is a fascinating beast. Take Oit Tanak in WRC. It's pronounced, as I understand it, Oit. The thing is, you get in WRC, and I watch as much of it as I can, And so Tanaka's been racing in that for quite some time now. It is dependent on the announcers that you get. So obviously you're going to have announcers that are just better at saying names and stuff like that. I try to talk to people like Mika Vidmeyer. Earlier this week we were actually wondering, is it Micha, is it Misha, or is it Micha, like the way you say the German word ich for I, and it is Micha in general apparently. And he seems to respond to everything. I've literally called him all 3 pronunciations this week. And, all credit to these drivers who are, foreign, non-English speaking, and, being very patient with how we pronounce their names.
Going to Orlowski!
All right, so the next group already out in the starting blocks. So we'll follow car 8 as they come out. It should be, I think, the 3rd car out. That's Ewan Tumilty, requested by our hero, Steve Oppie. I'll just stick with Oppie, shall I? So we'll follow Ewan for a couple laps. And then, of course, as usual, we have a couple of requests to follow young Oliver Natras. But here we're following Ewan first because, as we've said, our heroes do get follower priority. So, Oppie, thank you for not just being a hero, but throwing in your follow request for Ewan. I mean, you didn't really specifically, but you said, "Come on, Ewan, lad." And then you added the smiley face. So it's obvious. That's, to me, a clear signal that you would like us to follow Ewan Tumilty. Let me know if I'm saying the name right, because that's, as I was saying before, I mean, he's from the UK, but Tumilty is not a name that I'm really familiar with hearing. So just want to make sure we get it right. And then once we finish this lap, it's not fantastic going over the pipe there, but it's all right. Might want to, a little bit of pressure there. I think this is actually Natras is one of these cars. Car 0 of Natras. There he is. So there you go. Carl from Kyosho Europe, thank you very much for popping in the chat and asked us to follow Natras. Natras running the only Kyosho four-wheel drive here, and it was running the RB 7.5 in two-wheel drive as well. Very reliably informed by Carl that Oliver's running the ZX7 or the ZX7 if you have British ears on, with a 13.5 millimeter big bore shock set and hubs from the RB 7.5. So make sure, let me know if I got that right, Carl. So Carl asked for him, but more importantly, Oliver's Nana, Janice, asked for us to follow Oliver around the track for a couple of laps, or at least a few laps. It's all good. So thank you, Janice. Thank you, Carl. And we do have another request from another hero of Aaron Nash in the car 3, who is running last in the heat. He's about to cross the finish line, I think. He's moved up a little bit now. 10.526 is his pace. Martin Scar running 10.5.14. Aaron Nash somewhere in the early part of the lap. Where's that car 3 at? I think it's already going into the hairpin now. Very hard to see the numbers, obviously, at this distance. Is that Aaron? It looks like a 3 on the side. Luckily, very nicely, putting the yellow sticker, with this yellow background and black number on a yellow part of the car. So it's very handy. There you go. Request from Cam Felton, another one of our heroes. Thank you very much, Cam. Saying morning, Nick, Matt, and the rest of the team. Nick's not here this week. It's just little old me. I'm Frank from RC Racing TV. Matt is doing a coffee run for us. And we have Kieran on the moving camera this week. Kieran doing a pretty solid job. Ooh, and we have a kerfuffle in the hairpin. We've missed it on camera, but it looks like a little bit of angry driving, maybe. We're going to see, I think, potentially a bit more angry driving in the lower finals. So from the B final all the way down to the L final is single lap race or single races for the finals. Just one race, one run, and done. Only the A final drivers get three leg races, meaning there's 3 A mains or A finals that decide the overall winner. Well, yeah, the overall top 10, basically. Janice saying, excellent follow for Oliver. Many thanks to Matt. It's actually Kieran who's on the moving camera at the minute. Matt does give him some breaks, but it's Kieran on the moving camera. 6 years ago for the Worlds, it was me on the moving camera. So I don't know if I've moved up in the world or sideways or down. So the racers are coming across to finish their 5-minute qualifying run. Oliver Coos coming across 10.5.15. Natris about to come across. And we do apologize for people who are following along. Of course, we have people watching from all over around Europe and around the world. And obviously, family members and sponsors and club members and friends and mates and everybody wanting to see more and more of their favorite driver, which is absolutely understandable. But there's 10 cars out there. Unfortunately, we can't cover them all. But we try to cover, when we do have the requests come in, we do try to cover them as much as we can. Okay. Heat 8 on track in the starting grid. BJ Williams saying, I'd love to see a world rankings for 10th scale like someone does for Nitro 8th scale buggy. Well, keep your eyes open. Car 8, please. Matt Thompson. Oh, wait, our friend Oliver Haverneck is in this one as well. And who else is it? Thomas Phipps. I mean, we're getting to, like, there's some very familiar names that we're used to getting requests for. And there we go. There's Matt Thompson already. I mean, I even know his paint scheme now, so. There it goes. 31.8 second first lap. Not too shabby. This is actually, I think, the final group for this round. Yes, we actually have the fast guys next. So we will have, like I said, after this one, we're going to have about a 23, is it 23? It's going to be at least a 20-minute break. So I'm not sure what we're going to play out. So we're still with Matt Thompson. Where is Phipps? I think it's a bright green car going over the triple now. There, I think that is Phipps there. It's a bit scary when I get to finally on the finals day. I go, okay, yeah, I think that's this is Katzmeyer actually. Let's stick with Katzmeyer. I don't think we have had any requests for Katzmeyer. Chicken scratch is chicken scratch. So where? Okay, let me try and find. Phipps isn't running. That's why he's impossible to find out on track. He's not running. What a shame. All right. Well, where's our friend Oliver Haverneck in? I want to say orange car, white wheels. I think he's coming into the S's underneath you. There we are. Look at that. I can identify paint schemes. Here's Oliver Haverneck. Runs touring car as well, so we're going to be seeing a bit of him this year. It's already kind of a familiar name, at least, to hear in the the announcements, stuff like that, when we hear Scotty or Bjorn or other people announce his name. So just a reminder, we will have a break after this particular heat, so in about a minute and a half. But we're going to try to find a nice feature for you to play in. And then at 12:06 is when we come back, and guess what? Fastest guys, fastest group. Literally, the pole position for this entire event will be decided by 12:11 local time. That's Central European time. So set your alarms on your phones or tablets or whatever you have. So just as a reminder, we've got 12:06 is when Group 12 is out. Immediately after that's 12 is Group 11. But by the time they are on the track, we will know who is going to be our pole position driver for the full drive European Championships here at the Hudy Arena. At 2:20, we have an A final practice, which is, I believe, is 5 minutes. Actually, you can just scroll down. 5 minutes, but it's generally meaningless, but basically everybody will be out on track. We're not going to have moving camera for that, but we will for the L final, which kicks off at 3:10. So we have an even bigger gap there, based on our lunch break. And then what we might do is, are we going to come away and start a new stream for the finals, which is what we did for two-wheel drive, and those will kick off at, as I said, at 3:10 for the L, and then the 3:20 is the A1 final, at 4:20 is the A2, and at 5:45 is the scheduled start time for the A3. So for RC Racing TV, I just want to thank Hobbywing as our title sponsor, J Concepts, Euro RC, Elserum, S-Works, Meebo Sport with their EFRA 10% discount, X-Ray, and also our supporters, R1 Works, Team Salvox, Schumacher, Absima, and T-Works. So we're going to have a little bit of a break now, and we'll be back at about 12:05 Central European time.
Hello, we are standing here at the 2025 European Championships. I'm here with Borak, and I'm Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
How are you?
Good, and you? How's it going?
I'm really good. I mean, we're on to four-wheel drive now, so a bit late for the pit walk. We would like to see the two-wheel drives of the X-Ray, but we are here now, and we are going to the pits and talk to everybody and see how it's going.
So let's go inside.
Yes. So I mean, how are you finding the track right now?
I mean, the track is really, really awesome. I feel like it's a proper off-road track.
Yeah.
Because like before we had like was in Sweden, there was like touring car with 2 jumps.
Yeah.
And nothing against them, just now we're racing real off-road cars.
Yeah.
And I think we should go to Martin maybe.
Yeah.
I
we
want
try
to ask
first.
some
Current
questions.
two-wheel drive European champion.
Yeah, Martin, you have some time to talk? So, how are you feeling about yesterday? How was it for you?
It was amazing, no? It's a very emotional moment after so many years, being almost plus 40 and fighting with all amazing guys. So it was really amazing for me the moment.
I mean, you kept the pressure amazing with that age. He's old, but he did great.
I shake like a hell. I mean, if the rostrum was not strong, I think I can shake all rostrum.
Oh, great. Was an awesome race.
Did you party last night?
No. I have to glue tires.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We glue until 9 and then a little bit rest with the family and the friends around, and that's it. Party next week. Yeah.
So what about Saturday? Will you be partnering after four-wheel drive, or how are we looking?
Saturday after the race, I'm leaving for the holiday immediately.
Okay.
Sunday morning, I'm flying away. Spend some time with the friends and family, so party over there.
That's good. That's good.
Let's move
Thank
to
you. Thank you,
David. David Ronnefeld.
We got
We just clip up all the extra drivers, then we move up to the front.
the real
David.
drivers.
Yes. You have time to talk.
Swedish boy here.
So, how are you feeling about yesterday? How are you feeling?
I mean, getting 1 and 2 for X-Ray was obviously great. When you're that close, of course, you want to win as a racer. But, after all, first at the Nitro Euros, second at the two drive, and I think we have a good shot in four drive as well. So I couldn't be too bummed about a second place, I would say. But yeah, it was very close.
I mean, it was an awesome race, really close, and the 1 and 2 for X-Ray, I mean, was awesome. And yeah, you have something to say, David? Or?
How are you? We're on to four-wheel drive now. How are you finding that?
First practice was not too bad. Started with what we found at the warm-up, even though the grip is a lot different, I would say, compared to the warm-up. The car felt well balanced in the first one. I would say a better start than I had in two drive. So excited to see what we can do here in the next couple of rounds, but should be good.
Nice.
Good man.
Yeah.
We move on. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
We got a lot of
So-
guys here.
We go to Lee Martin now.
Yeah.
The European champion, 40 plus in the oldest group.
What is happening here?
How was your race yesterday? What do you think about it and how you feel? What do you think about the first run in 4-wheel drive? And tell me a little bit about it.
Race yesterday, it went okay. You know, we always want to make the main, but it was too little, too late. Got fast, too late. So, yeah, it is what it is. Won the old man's class. You know, adding the trophies to the cabinet.
Yeah.
And yeah, today started okay. Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. That's
How-
I'm good, thank you.
How is it without Neil here? How are you finding the environment?
Well, I'm lonely. Yeah, I need a few more friends. So if you could get him to come next time, that'd be great.
It'd be
yeah.
awesome if he's coming also.
Yeah, I get to cuddle your dad sometimes, so it's fine.
Yeah,
What
it's good.
the hell? No, thank you, Lee.
Let's go.
Thank you. Okay, let's
So
let's
we
move
on
upstairs.
now. We go up.
Yeah, we go up to the big boys.
You think it's warm here or?
Yeah.
I think it's no. We need klima up there.
Yeah.
Down here is so cold.
But we have air condition upstairs.
Yeah.
It's
mean-
very nice facility to have here, X-Ray. I mean,
Pretty good.
very good place to do a lot of laps before Euros.
So where are we gonna go now? Now I go to Davide. He look
We
at
go
me
to
like
Davide.
yeah. He look at me like he don't want to talk, but now he have to talk with me.
This,
Figo, how is it going? Tell me.
Figo. Good. So far, so good. Yes.
How was
a bit slippery this morning.
how was your two-wheel race? What do you think about it?
Yeah, without practice, it was good. I finished in P5, but I mean, for me, it's a good result without practice. But yeah, now on to four-wheel with a new car. We'll see what happens.
And how was the first run with the new car? You liked it, or what you think? What changes you do? You will tell us or not?
I mean, we will change something on the car for sure. It was the first time out with the new car, so the feeling was okay. Just a little bit loose on the rear and missed some steering, but yeah.
Great. Marcus, tell us.
one guy we need to talk to. Just we don't go there yet. Just point the camera at Mr. Drescher.
Who? This with the glasses? This guy?
Look
or?
at him. Yeah. Look at him.
Hey.
Yeah.
This we have to clip out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Look,
move on.
that's the first time ever you'll see that guy wrench on a real racing car.
The
He's
first
doing
time
his
only.
RC10 stuff.
You sure?
Yeah, it is. Look at him. He's stressed.
Hey,
and
look at Yona. Show the camera to Yona.
Yeah, Yona. Look
He's
at
so
you.
stressed. Yona, why are you
Come
so
on,
stressed?
Speed up.
Oh my God.
It's heat 5 already.
No, I think his run was not good, so that's why he's so mad at me.
Yeah.
Where's Joao? He's running the techno here.
Let's go to
Let's
Joao.
go to Joao.
Look
Joao,
at that
move
car.
up. Come.
I mean, it's older than me.
So, no, you don't have to work. It's good.
Yeah, I already had to do some work.
So, how is it going for you with the first run with the only techno car here?
Pretty okay. Yeah, I need some work to do. I have some work to do. I never tried the associated wheel, so it's still touching some stings. So the Dremel came up, but it should be good. We'll see.
That's great. And the two-wheel race was, I think, like 6 years ago that you do it on dirt before. You did the A main, and how you feel about that?
Pretty happy. Pretty happy. It was. I came here just no expectations at all, and at the end I was fighting there with the top 10 of all these fast guys, you guys. So yeah, it was pretty good. I'm happy how it turned out.
What's the difference between 8 scale and 110? What are you finding most difficult?
There's too many settings, too many small things, and the driving is a little bit different, especially on two-wheel drive. I think now on four-wheel drive should be a bit easier for me at least. So we'll see.
Good man. Thank you.
Okay.
We
Let's
move.
go.
We move.
We move. We have to. Oh my God, David is touching me again.
Yeah. Look how serious he is when you go put him on the mic. But
I
when
think I
he's
should
off,
go annoy some little bit Jonah.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah. We need to. We need
Yeah,
to.
you should.
He's Finnish, so.
Jonah.
Joona Hataran.
How are you?
The work.
Good. You?
Yeah, I'm also good. How was the first run of four-wheel drive?
Really good. Really, no changes for the car. Just relax and drive faster. Yeah.
And two-wheel drive, are you pleased with that? And the race went well. You started 6th. What do you think about it? Was it great or?
Yes, I'm super happy to make the podium from 6th. I feel like I could be unlucky with the qualifying with 2 and 2 and still starting 6th, but I felt like 3rd place was best I can do, so I'm super happy with it.
I mean, it was an awesome race, and now the race is done. So what diff you run? You run gear or ball diff?
Ball diff.
Okay, great.
That's definitely a lie. I can say that for sure. I was myself not running a. No, that's. I'm capping.
You want to move? Let's move to the Schumacher
There's
team.
Schumacher camp here. They are very secretive about everything they do. Look at the body shield it's on and everything.
We'll go to Daniel. Daniel, how was two-wheel drive for you?
Two-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Not good at all. Started good, but then difficult. No grip.
And what you think about the track and now in the four-wheel drive?
I think it looks cooler now in four-wheel. Do you agree or not?
I agree for sure. I mean, for me it was also good because I did the main and two-wheel. So, I mean, this track now was also, it's really good. And what do you think? You prefer dirt or carpet?
Dirt.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely made some amazing laps in Australia. We had a good dogfight in qualifying, and you're giving it the new car a great name off the start here. But how are you finding the new Schumacher?
Very good. And your new car, are you happy?
We will talk about that later. We move.
Wait, I have to go to Michael
Oh,
first.
okay.
So Michael, you qualified second in two-wheel drive, and the race didn't quite go well, I think, for you. What do you think about it, and what do you say?
It was okay. Never enough confidence in the finals to battle with the X-rays, and happens.
I mean, you still happy that you made the main and everything, or?
I'm happy I was in the front at a battle, but of course I'm not happy to finish where I finished.
Okay, nice. So, and you prefer carpet or dirt?
I think dirt is more fun to drive. Racing is better because you can race closer if it happens slower, so you can be closer with the cars in front. And if there's a slight contact, usually on carpet, you just roll over and then crash. Here you can kind of move a bit on the track. So carpet is it's fun with the grip, but I really enjoy dirt, and I wish we could race more on dirt.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I mean, I think we should go to the German guy over here and the Austrian guy.
team.
Yeah.
Oh my
We've
god.
heard they also had is it a new two-wheel drive?
I don't know. I think
Prototype,
I think
something.
they should tell us by themselves.
So, we are here with Mr. Jorn Neumann and Misha Wittmeier. How are we getting on so far, guys?
A little bit busy. First practice was okay, but like Jörn said, super busy. Gluing tires, wrenching cars, everything alone.
It's hard out here. How about the two-wheel drive? How was that for you guys?
Yeah, it was maybe the end result not so good, but I think the speed we had was good. So that's promising.
Yeah, I had a good main and the speed was good there. Just a bit unlucky or shit quali, so BQ is always a bit sad, but yeah, at the end it was okay. Speed was good, new car was working great, so looking forward to the next races.
That's good. So, if we have to compare carpet to dirt, what are you guys?
Yeah, for sure.
What are you guys' favorites? What do you prefer?
Maybe dirt, but I think I prefer AstroTurf.
I would say grip-wise I would prefer like carpet, but jump-wise and layout-wise I would prefer dirt tracks.
That's great. Thank you, guys. We move.
So I think Jörn is preferring Astro because he's super fast.
Go
he's super fast on AstroTurf.
To make the most content is the track.
Track? We go to track or?
Yeah. Can we do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
We
let's
do
go.
that then.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, look at David.
Which heat is racing? Heat
just
6?
Just standing there. They're super
Why are you looking
unserious. I mean, he's four-time world champion, just doing nothing. I mean, lazy. No. We move.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Good with some French guys here also making it.
We just
couldn't
move
find,
around.
Clement, he was maybe playing. What the hell?
Hello, how are you today?
We have
Fine.
Yeah, good. Nice.
ping pong
Where's
here.
the cameraman?
In between the runs we can do to get the mind off of the RCs. Sometimes it's good to calm down with some ping pong. So then you can go play here.
Yeah, I think we should just ask some people how they're doing, and
yeah,
I think why not?
Me and Burak needs to have a ping pong fight later.
Ping pong fight
without the ball
again.
Just with the
from Romania. How are you doing?
Oh.
Very good.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
How's the race for you?
Well, I mean, it's okay. Very hard, but trying to make the car working.
Yeah. And you like the Hudy Arena?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I agree. Let's go.
Is that your car after the first run? It's broken. Okay.
So
we move towards the track. I've never seen a bigger 10 scale track and a more beautiful one.
I mean, the track is just so awesome. And I mean, the dirt is just amazing to drive.
It is. It's nice with some low grip and difficult conditions.
It's really good.
Very tough for a lot of the top guys.
How are you today?
All good.
Good. Great.
Good.
I'm like asking everyone, how are you doing? And they're like, yeah, I'm good.
Let's go. No, if we ask Paul, we're never getting off again.
So-
We'll be stuck here
So, no, we just go straight.
until 1985.
So, let's go.
That's where we
Cameras behind us. Let's go, moving up.
How are you feeling before your first run?
Quite good. It's actually the second run, so.
Sorry, second run.
Yeah, second one. Car is pretty good. Just, yeah, pretty solid base, but a little bit aggressive in the front. But we see second run, we changed a little bit.
You nervous or?
Not a little bit, but no.
Remember, it's just practice. Have fun.
Thank you. Very too.
Good man.
Let's go. So we move up to the tire area or to the truck? It's so loud.
Let's start with the tire area.
All right.
Then we go make some people angry when they get down the rostrum.
Maybe when they met, we should. How was it? And they're like, no, it wasn't great.
Exactly. Oh, here's Clement.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask
Clement. Boda from French.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, ça va?
Ça va tout le monde? Ouais, ça va impeccable. Hello everybody. Are you good?
I'm doing great. What about you? You love this job?
No.
Why is that?
I think he worked on my car with Seb. Yeah. And me, I'm gluing some tire for practice. Maybe I'm looking for qualifying because new tire. I don't like the first practice. So I glue 3 sets of tire and we see if I glue the next.
So one question what we asked but some people before, carpet or dirt or AstroTurf?
I think dirt is better for the EFRA or EFRA race. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Also dirt or?
I prefer carpet.
I prefer dirt because carpet is like touring car racing on with some jumps, and this kind of tracks you have you can pass, you have many mistakes. It's big, so you can race it out, Exactly. And on carpet it's just it's difficult to pass. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I really agree with Burak because the last years it's like a touring car. They are just 2 jump, and I don't think it's the good way to put it this way. So I prefer on dirt also because it's more challenging. Exactly.
They don't like the fast turns and fast sweeping corners.
Oh my God!
Burak
That's why I beat him at the EOS.
Burak can only go full throttle, and yeah. So
where you finished in the 4-wheel in EOS?
What?
Where you finished in the 4-wheel in EOS?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
We move. Thank you, Border, for the.
So we move.
Great
Where we
questions or great answers.
Many people. So, I want to say hi to the Nemo racing driver.
Oh yeah.
How's the car?
Good. It identifies as an Agama.
Yeah.
So.
Will Agama make 4-wheel drive as well or not?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably not in the next year or so, but there's one coming.
Okay, and 2-wheel drive is out already or?
Nearly. Just having a couple of issues with materials and supply, but not far.
And I mean, the car looks awesome from the pictures and everything. And I mean, you will race the car when it's finally released with everything?
Yeah, so, yeah, the car's good. Something different. I think it's interesting, if not, at least. But it's good as well, so that's a plus.
I agree. It looks interesting, really. And the race going well, or?
Not bad. Practice was good. A little bit too much rear end, so taking a little bit out. Running the 74, didn't opt for the 84.
All right.
But there we go.
Let's
go.
How's the 74?
Really good. Really good. Too much rear end. Just stood the rear shocks up a little bit. Get rid of.
So you're basically saying it has too much grip, and everybody else is saying the opposite.
Pretty much.
There you have it, guys. There you have it.
So there's.
Should we go annoy
ended.
some guys? Can we go up and touch people while they drive?
I think it's no. I think it's no.
That would have been fun.
Ryan, how's the race going? Where are you going? Don't let me leave. Oh my God.
Oh.
I will never ask you again something. So,
yeah.
My God.
We only have one more.
Yeah, who?
Let's make it count.
We go in front of the track here, or?
Yeah.
We should do it. Just to
Let's
see.
ask Uri. Is he up for?
You want? Yeah.
Uri.
Uri. We're gonna talk to you for a second.
Can we talk? So, it's an amazing track you built out here. How are you getting on?
I don't understand what.
How are you getting on?
It's good. It's we make preparation or track also 1 month, and was really difficult make, but the result is amazing. I think.
Yeah, I agree. They made an amazing job with the track, and it's a big track, dirt, just amazing.
And congratulations on your win with Martin.
Yeah.
I know you guys are very happy. Did you party last night?
Yeah, thank you. Party was not so big because it's only half form race.
Yeah.
And we continue it today, but still we was happy with the result and with also with performance with car and also driver. That's everything was okay.
Yeah,
that's good. Thank you, Uri.
Thank you.
So that was all for our little pit walk here. Let us know how it went, and if you want to see more of this, we would love to do it. And
I agree, Marcus.
But I think we should find another one instead of Burak.
Yeah, Marcus will leave soon, so yeah.
No, it's great fun. We'll see you guys and have a good race out
Thank
there.
you very much, and yeah, that was Hudy Arena 110 European Championship. Kaboom!
Right, so we are seconds away from starting the final run of qualifying here at the 4-wheel drive European Championships for electric buggy. There's going to be our starting order with Martin Beyer starting off first and Mikhail Orlovsky second. It's going to be basically between those two drivers of who is going to start on pole for the A final coming up later today. Basically, if either one of them, whoever wins this run with the most number of laps, it's going to be 11 laps in 5 minutes 20, 5 minutes 21, 5 minutes 22 seconds. Whoever's fastest in this run is going to be TQ. If someone else wins this run, it's Martin Beyer. That's what it comes down to. So we are straight in with Beyer coming around the S's. And basically, because it's the story between Michael and Martin, we'll just swap between them during this run. Of course, all the other drivers matter, but for pole position for the A final, it is only between them. Ronefalk off to a 29.5. Beyer tends to settle in a little bit. We saw this in two-wheel drive. Whether it's his car settings or whatever he's got in his diffs or tires or whatever, tires do take a couple of laps to warm up and bed in properly. Orlovsky a little bit slower than seemingly in that one. 29 flat for Beyer in that one. 29.5 for Orlovsky last lap around. Let's drop back to Orlovsky. Follow him for a couple of laps. Schumacher team running prototype bits. Various amounts on their cars, of course. Looking smooth. Ronefalk, very quick. Of course, going to be doing everything he can to, if he wins the round, remember, if Ronefalk wins this heat, Beyer is going to be top qualifier and start on pole position. 29.3 for Ronefalk last time around, 29.3 for Orlovsky. Let's see what he does this time. for his 4th lap. 29.4. Pace is 11.525 for Orlovsky. Bayer with a 5.25, 7/10 between them. 5.23.6 for Ronefalk. I think we can afford briefly to drop back maybe to Ronefalk because he is running fast. It's just the next car behind. There he is. The Swedish current, well, new European champion for Nitro Buggy. His 4th time taking that title. Came so close in 2-wheel drive. He's actually leading this one with a 5:22.9 pace, 5:24.4 for Orlovsky, Zalewski, Bayer on a 5:25.6. Zalewski getting in the mix there, just at the moment, just leading Bayer. So if we move forward back to Orlovsky, we'll see how he is running. And there we can see Bayer and Orlovsky. Here's Orlovsky going over the quad. Ooh, casing that one. It's going to be a slow lap. Around the hairpin section. Oh, and he's over. He's over. Let's go to Bayer now. Let's go to Bayer. There he is. That is a very slow lap for Orlovsky. 32.2. Everyone finding it very difficult to do a full 5-minute run with no mistakes. As we can see there, if one of the top drivers in the world finds it difficult. They're coming through the S. Orlovsky recovering with a 29.1. Same lap time for Zalewski. Ronefalk with a slow lap, 29.7, 29.4 for Bayer. Zalewski at the moment on top with a 11.523 pace, 5.24s for Ronefalk and Bayer. Bayer coming across it now, popping into the top with a 5.26, but then it's still slower by a few seconds from Bartek and Joona Haatanen and Ronefalk. But Bayer did tell us, or he told Matt anyway, and by extension us, that he was trying some new things maybe in qualifier round 4 and this one. So 30 seconds remaining. Zalewski on top at the minute, going quite quick. Bayer on a 5.25 pace. Ronefalk over a full second faster. Zalewski 23.1. Stick with Bayer here to the end, and we'll follow them all come across. So Bayer on a 11 laps in 5.25 pace. Ronefalk beating him, Zalewski beating him. So Zalewski wins the round, but that means Bayer is our pole position driver. He's going to be starting on position 1 in the A finals. So we will catch whoever we can. They're coming off the rostrum now, and we'll cut to Matt.
Drivers coming down. Such an unfortunate moment there for Orlovsky. He had the pace, but I think he made an error. Clearly incredibly happy, Bartek Zalewski, taking that round. We'll talk to Martin in a second. Bartek. Oh, this is a moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I go right.
Hey, were you having fun up there?
Oh, it was really good run, clean, and I was so nervous, but yeah, I made it.
You've been there or thereabouts this whole time. We keep seeing you forecast for 11 laps, getting the 11 laps. You've been up at the top.
I really happy from that round. I wasn't pushed maximum because I know I need a second good round, but on the last 3 laps I was pushing to make it.
And you got the win, and that puts your boss, or at least your teammate, on TQ. So that's good news for X-Ray, I guess.
Really good, really good result for X-Ray. I'm so happy. I have to go on.
Go. Yes, obviously he has to go. What am I thinking? Quick words from Martin, walking to go, Marshall. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you very much.
You seem to know that you could just scrub in another set of tyres. It would all be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for the final, so starting first, which will give me the confidence, and I can set the speed. So we will see.
You can't have known Orlovsky was going to make a mistake.
I don't know, but I know he was under pressure, because to beat the time today is very, very difficult. So I think he tried, and the mistake comes. So
good. Well, congratulations to Martin, and again the X-Ray team. Over to you, Frank.
Yeah, Martin Bayer not winning that round. It was his teammate, young Bartek Zalewski, winning it, but that means that Bayer has 2-0 results and I think a fourth. And with the faster overall time in by a second, he is starting on pole position for the A final. So A final starting off, remember, at 3:20 for A1, 4:20 for A2. So I think that relaxed Bayer is, again, the warning shot for everybody out there. And I think this is is this car 1 of Vlasic, I think? Running in S-Works. Going over the triple. Getting a little sideways there, hitting the brakes. Oh, sorry, this is Lee. No, Lee is nowhere near. This is car 2 of I thought Lee was car 1, but he's actually car 2. Across the finish line again. We'll drop back to the next car, this should be. I mean, how similar do the body schemes look? So similar. But they just have swap numbers. All right, and here we go. This one's an easier one. Clement Boda down the main straight. Oh, no, this is Ben Smith. And then Clement Boda is just behind, I think, in the yellow wheels. Ben Smith is relatively easy because he's just running all white. You might have some color on the stickers, but at this distance, it's very hard to see. Oh, and getting that over, that's not good. Now he's going to be behind Boda. Going to have to try and put some pressure on him. Actually been faster on that last lap, but even with the mistake. Clement, top French racer. Running the Associated. And who's that behind him? Is it, I think it's Johansson in the yellow behind them coming down the straight. So if we let Johansson come in. There he is. And then it's Gottsel behind. So we'll talk to Max yesterday. The X-Ray, I think, El Saram and Savok's driver, among other brands. But of course, those are the brands that are supporting our live broadcast this week. Here's Gottsel. And he does have some he does have some orange on there, but it doesn't stand out on camera at these speeds and distance as much as the orange does on Ronefalk's body. He actually did want to talk about how similar his body is, his paint design is to Ronefalk's. So I think I don't know. I don't know what the story there is. He didn't want to talk on camera about it anyway. There's only a couple people listening anyway, right? Right? And who is next behind him? It's one of the other. Oh, and Gatto getting it all wrong just in front of us there on the straight. So Figueiredo and Lee trading top spots. We're back with Vlasic. Dominic Vlasic in that one. We've missed. Oh yeah, it's Figueiredo that we weren't able to catch somewhere out on the track, but it's okay. Figueiredo running. This is an S-Works on camera. Again, one of our event live broadcast sponsors. Figueiredo running a Techno, the only Techno here, and getting 11 along with Johansson. So great job for Figueiredo. See if Matt is able to maybe catch the Techno driver. How? You're on?
I think your expression says it all.
It wasn't enough. I needed like a 6 to go on the main, so yeah, not enough. It's what it is. I think I'll start second just behind Lee. So
You'll have a great final, B final.
yeah, I mean, I'll do my best.
E up to the B in a few years with hardly any 10th races.
Yeah, especially like with our car, like our platform is pretty old, as some of the guys know. So I'm happy that I could have been up there with the guys. I've done some couple of fast laps, so oh well, it's what it is.
It's going to be fun watching you at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there we go. Lee's going out, but I think that means Lee Martin will be joining us in the commentary booth rather than on track for the A. I think. I'm pretty sure. 90% sure. Over to you, Frank.
Yeah, these racers know, like, it's it's just part of their DNA at this point. They know from their results and the drivers that they're trying to join. Yeah, so Figueiredo starting second. He already knows it as he's walking down the steps. Lee Martin, BQ. Yeah, last place Dave saying, it throws me out when Ben's not running his traditional green paint scheme. I think he was running something earlier this week, but then he's just been running white most of the time. A lot of guys running factory white, yeah. It's not as bad as touring car, though, I must say. It's not as bad as touring car. So I think we're with Tommy Hall here. And no, this is Skidmore. Mr. Johnny Skidmore. Running an X-ray. Coming over the double into this sweeper section here. into the Z. And I think it is Tommy just behind him. And then it looks like a Johansson, but it's actually a Holdsworth, I think. So Tommy. Oh! Plenty of grip there that time. Oh. Going into the hairpin sections, Tommy. And that off-camber hairpin down the main straight. And here is Landon. Yes, of course. Landon, one of our very popular follow requests. Can you follow Wesley? Yes, we'll follow Wesley next, I think, because we didn't see him in the last one. In the car 7. Let's see, where is Wesley? I think Wesley's about to go over the quad in the middle of the track. The yellow car, well, the car with the yellow wheels. There we go, Wesley Van Helmen, the only Dutch racer here this week. So we have many drivers who are, we talked to Hal, he's the only techno racer. We had Burek in the commentary booth with us yesterday. He's the only Mugen racer and had a good look at that car. It's quite interesting, looks very nice. I do like the choice of anodizing color. And talked to Wesley yesterday about how it's going for him. He's the only Dutch racer. Obviously, he's not the only Schumacher racer. He's pitting right next to the Schumacher guys, so you can get plenty of tips and help from them. Let's see who'll be picked up here. These cars going super fast. It's 50-meter long straight, roughly. This blue car seemingly holding up this couple of cars. Saw him coming off the AstroTurf, so obviously having a bit of issues. Oh, and over again, but these two avoiding him nicely. Ooh. Working together at least. I mean, no one's, you have to give, these are open wheel cars. You have to give a wide berth. Play it safe. Oh, and going over. Coming off that box jump in the corner. So I can catch the car numbers this time around. We're just behind Van Helmen. It's the 5 in the lead, and then the 8. And I think it's the 1. I can't. Is it the 1? It's Hoffman in the blue car then. And Honegel is, sorry, you probably didn't recognize your car. So 5, the 8, and then, so this is Jamie Hall, of course. I should have known. Trying to chase down the X-Ray of Hupo Honegel, multiple European Championship winner, and other big races like the Snowbirds and various other on-road racing. That's where I first bumped into Hupo. And for a long time now, he's been an X-Ray off-road racer. So there's Hoffman in the car 1 in that blue. Else that we followed Gomez in the last one. We followed Landon almost every time he's gone out. And then Hoffman goes over again. So unluckily for Lee, but luckily for all of you viewers out there, it seems like we're going to have Lee Martin, 40-plus double 40-plus Euros champion for 2025 is well, I could say with fairly certainly that he's going to be joining us in the commentary booth for the A finals. So you can look forward to that. Get some in-depth info and track knowledge. So Landon winning this one with a 10 flat, 0.3, 10 flat. Actually, 10 flat 05. 10 flat .085 for Holdsworth. How is he finishing second then? Oh no, that's the forecast. My bad. 5 flat 0.072 for Landon. .193 for Holdsworth. So Holdsworth, Josh was just on pace, but lost it somewhere at the back end of the run.
Thank you. Marshals can change. Starting order for group 9.
Sorry, erroneous text message on the screen there. Ignore. This is qualifying group round 5.
One more time. 10, 4, 1, 9, 7, 5, 8, 2, 6, and 3.
Let's see if there's anybody coming off the track that we can maybe grab. Bring them in here. Under threat of torture. All right, so Daniel Pohl in this one, the car 10 who's first off. We missed Alex Gajembel in the last time he was out on track, and there's also Luke Holdsworth to potentially follow, but this first car of Daniel Pohl, a very popular follow request. So a junior racer from the UK. So if you want to follow the pole man of Daniel Pohl, there he is on track. Going over the doubles into the little mid-lap sweeper, over the quad, into the Z, and over the triple once again. Coming out of the hairpin section. This straight away is 50 meters long. It's a very long straight. Although Davide Ongaro says it's kind of small for 1/10 four-wheel drive, surprisingly. So it took me by surprise a little bit. So maybe we can drop back to the next car. I think it's going to be Luke Holdsworth. We missed following his brother Josh. I think this is Holdsworth. No, this is Bremstaller, sorry, in the car 4. But we have had some people ask for Bremstaller as well, so it's fine. Bremstaller coming out of the hairpins. Yep, Brian Preddy, one of our heroes. Can you follow Luke Holdsworth, please? We will find him on track. It's the car 2. He's somewhere in the final section there already. Holdsworth. I mean, it's a Saturday, so I'd be very surprised if his co-workers have gathered in the break room and are watching him race again. Maybe at home. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. His Luke's co-workers at Walker Fire in Preston, gathering together to watch him go around over the triple and into the hairpin section. was. Looking for maybe a surprise guest to come in. He's watching someone out on track, but let's see who else we can follow. The usual suspects in this one, Kieran. The orange and green of Gajembel and Metsola in the dark blue. There's Metsola in the dark. Well, yeah. There's Gajembel, and a couple cars behind is Metsola. One of the Finnish racers. Another junior racer. Oh! There goes the green car. Oh, wait, no, it's orange. Janice saying, "Go Team GB, following you all." We're trying to show all of them. So if anyone out there is in Scandinavia or anywhere apart from the UK, feel free to also join in with your follow requests. Of course, we try to honor them all. We just happen to have just a lot of British. Oh no, almost into the wall there. Let's drop back and follow Oiva Metsola in the blue car. There we go. That's Metsola. We always have a few requests come in round after round. Nearly getting that jump just a bit wrong. And that is the last lap for as the drivers come across. That is the finishing of their 5-minute run. So we are counting down in heat numbers now. We started with the fastest group, Group 12. And our special surprise boy band guest has returned.
Ah, surprise.
Young Gary Barlow is back.
Yes. I'm not sure about the young. Less of the young. More of the old, I guess. Or fat, I guess.
I'm not saying anything. As you were saying previous to us, came in with, I guess, tempered expectations. Obviously, home track, home field advantage sort of thing, situation that you're coming into, along with Schumacher and S-Works and all the other teams.
Yeah.
What's the mood in the AE camp?
It's been a lot of work. So a lot of changes, a lot of bouncing back and forth, trying to narrow down the setup. Only had Una run here with the 4-wheel drive car, come and do any testing, and actually that was the 74.2, so the car had never actually hit the track as such. So yeah, there's a lot of learning. I think we're kind of possibly where we expected, maybe possibly a little bit lower than what we would have liked.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's tight margins again, as it always is, but up the top end I think Una probably will end up 6th on the grid again, with some very, very close kind of opportunities to be right in the mix. He's had a few little mistakes. I think the car's possibly more edgy to drive fast than potentially some of the others. It's kind of very easy to break the rhythm and just have them small mistakes. So frustrating that he's done that. He's frustrated with himself. Could we have TQ'd? Maybe given some luck, but I think 3rd would have been a nice, realistic place for Una to sit going into the mains with the way that he's driving.
Yeah,
it's the best I've seen him drive for a good number of years, possibly the best I've ever seen him drive. Really, just he's changed his driving style. It looks a lot more fluid. I'd possibly go as saying kind of Ongaro-esque maybe some of the 8 scale style is from Ongaro is rubbing off on him a little bit, and he's changed. I don't know if he's done it deliberately or it's just the nature of the track that kind of brings that out in him. But he's done a great job. You know, he's working in the industry now. He's got a little bit more time to put towards the racing. Still not the level that some of these guys are, which is relentless.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a special mindset to be able to kind of go and do that, rinse and repeat with the different classes.
For sure.
You know, I think it obviously helps if you're winning in these classes. You know, we take Mikael as an example. It's a special mindset to keep going and dig in week after week, and you know, to the level that they're racing at, extreme concentration, dedication, professionalism. It's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done it back in the day. You know, even if I had the opportunity to do it, I don't think I could have done it.
I mean, you're off-road European champion and touring car Reedy race champion.
Yeah.
You know, so, but that was like 2 different times. You kind of switched over at some point, right? But like even in that time period, Masami was doing like pan car, off-road. you know, and different scales, all different stuff. So it's
and actually, I mixed it up as well, which I think helped with the international side of it. You know, I was kind of less prone to racing on specific style tracks. You know, you were adapting different driving styles for different classes and different kind of characteristics for certain tracks within that class. So, you know, I raced 12 scale a little bit through the winter when I was young with Spashik when he first started, so we were in the kind of like 2nd tier 12 scale category, I think, back then. David was solid with that. He continued on the kind of on-road program, didn't do much with the off-road. I kind of ventured off and did off-road and just dropped in to do the occasional 12 scale race. Enjoyed doing the nationals early doors with Phil Davis. God bless him, and you know, he taught me a lot with that class. But David obviously went on to do amazing things with the on-road side of things. You know, with the on-road categories, consummate professional again. So he was truly dedicated to that. You
marginal gains
with the details. You know, and like the more you drill down into this stuff, the details count so much.
Of course.
Even back then, you know, then it was a different detail with kind of like the batteries and the motors. Now it's still with batteries and motors, but speed controller setup. So you're still trying to achieve the same end goal, feel, drivability, duration. Not so much duration now, but no, it was. What was I talking about? I've lost.
We started talking about. You started going back into the old days.
Yeah.
But no, just how some drivers. Like Ongaro is mostly a 1/8 buggy specialist, and here he is, maybe his 2nd 10th race event this year, and it's basically just preparation for the Worlds for him. And it's a bonus to be in the A final.
Yeah, and again, he's doing. You know, we don't see the prep that he does back home, and obviously he's not done anything for the 10 scale side of this, so he's come in fairly wet behind the ears, as most of our team have actually for here. There's only, like I say, Una been here to test. Marcus didn't have the opportunity to do with family commitments back home, so the Halls didn't really get the chance to either with our national schedule. There was not many other opportunities outside of that to come and race here, or test here, should I say. You know, and realistic when you look at it, it's the same layout as the Worlds. The track's been down for 6 years. I'm sure there's a lot of knowledge that's out there, and again, the marginal gains, the details. It's it kind of shows. So, who actually TQ'd in the end? Bayer. So, you know, they've got the detail.
The round was won by Zalewski.
But that gave Bayer the overall TQ. So, you know, Michael's done an amazing job to kind of push them around.
And coming from ETS touring car last weekend.
I know.
A week ago. A week ago today.
The hard I think sometimes it can help refresh the brain that you're not so keyed in on the, you know, he just comes and adapts. He's so good now that he can do that. So it's credit to Bayer, credit to the X-Ray team. They've done an amazing job, and actually I was pretty choked up when Bayer won. you could see what it meant to
Yeah,
him. You know, at the end of the day, if you know every detail, every bump, every pipe, all the tire combinations that you need for the varying conditions with the temperatures, you've still got to go and do it.
Yeah,
and for me, you know, it meant a lot to him. It meant a lot to the X-Ray family. I think it was nice to see grandkids there. You know, it's it was nice. I was you know.
I mean, we know. I
happy for
mean,
him.
yes, they're a big team. You know, and like we discussed the other day, it's, you know, going back to the Losi Associated era, back at, you know, when it was like literally just them two in the States and just gigantic teams from both of them. It's still, yeah, it's, you know, it's a big team. There's a lot of effort. There's still a lot of and there's a lot of emotions when things work out for the team that wins.
And you see how tight it is still.
Yeah.
Even
exactly.
with the other brands possibly not having the same opportunities within this facility to test yet, it still comes down to the
It came out to the fifth final, yeah. Amazing.
So, yeah, for me, you know, I was talking to someone and I said, man, can you imagine being one of the grandkids here? So Grandpa owns the company.
Yeah.
There's 4 different tracks to come and play at in the holidays. You can do as much running as one. They're breeding the next generation of world champions, basically. It's the, you know, that 15-year program is dedicated to the cause of winning, I guess. You know, it's so that was quite fun when we were discussing that. I said it's you know, I'd love to have been you know, my grandpa. So but no, I mean, can he do the double? I'm not sure when the last double was done. Maybe
was it
Ronnefolk?
I think it was Ronnefolk. I can't remember what was he running HB at the time.
Yes, he was. You know, that was the one that Una could have won. Clipped the pipe, spun round, gave Ronnefolk the win and the overall win, and that was kind of painful to see. And I think he's never really gotten over that one. So you know, it's. Credit to him for digging in and still being here, being loyal to the brand, and looking really good out there. I think 3rd place in 2-wheel drive for him was about where I'd probably have placed him. If possibly if it had TQ'd, then I think he would have still had a hard time in the finals. So 2nd, maybe 3rd, realistic. So you know, we can't grumble with that. Most number of cars in the final, 4 cars in the final. Everybody else was below that. So. Yeah, I mean, obviously we won't be hitting them numbers in 4-wheel drive, but everything's new for us. So frustrating, but we're kind of learning. The guys are out in America testing now. Obviously they've been to Australia, tested there. So we're getting data day by day. So here we've not had a path to follow. It's been a bit erratic with kind of setups and changes and ideas but I guess we needed to go down that route to try and establish where we needed to be. And we could have been higher up. I think we've got 3 in the final, albeit kind of like 6th and down. So does it give us a chance to kind of pick up some pieces? 3rd place, podium finish, if things go well. I don't know if we've quite got the setup right for the pace to be at the front.
Is the wisdom of bringing a brand new platform on its international debut only just weeks after it's been released to the public? Is that would some drivers have preferred to be on the B7?
I think.
I mean, the older,
possibly in their minds. Of course, we would have liked more time on the platform. Timing didn't permit that. It's just, you know, been unfortunate with the timing that we've had to be able to kind of hit the ground running. Some people did consider bringing the old car, but in all honesty, the old car was getting not long in the tooth, but we'd kind of lost that mark. I think others had moved forward and taken it half a step forward, so we were kind of feeling the pains there. So I don't think it would have done us any good to kind of come in with the old platform and try and get that working. So we'd have probably known what we were doing more, but ultimately I don't think it would have been faster. So no, I think the timing was bad that we didn't have more guys testing the car. But I mean, again, if we did, we can't really test on this stuff. So it makes it kind of the same. You know, we would have been still. We still, you know, we've known the B7 now, and we're still scratching around trying to figure out what they were doing. You know, you've always got one eye on the opposition to find out what they're up to.
Yeah.
Misinformation as well as flying around.
Course.
So it's you know, you're just trying to do the best you can do, learn as much as you can. I mean, it's been pretty intense, to be honest. It's like I still haven't called my wife, and I'm 6 days in. It's
really
honestly, we leave here. I've messaged and stuff. I've not spoken to the kids, so it's like I feel awful, and it's like I don't know where the time goes, but you are literally by the time you've eaten and that, it's just well, the day's just gone. It's disappeared. So they're long, intense days. So frustrations come out when runs don't run well. You're trying to manage the kind of expectations and come up with solutions and ideas, really.
Yeah.
So the Americans have been passing information through to us through the coverage that they do. They can tell a lot from watching back home, which is a valuable asset to have, really.
How helpful is that to have someone watching a car from remotely from? I mean, thank you to all the Associated team who's watching the coverage, but I'm just. Are they able? How much are you able to see from a screen of a car going around?
Yeah, I mean it's.
Is it like 90% as good as standing trackside, or 100% good? Or
it's. I'd say it's. It's probably. I'd put it in the range of 70-80%. You can see what the car's doing, but and make suggestions, but you're not also sensing other things. You know, I mean, one of the guys I'm rooming with, he mentioned that one of his friends was kind of. Watching, pointing, and guiding, and making comment on changes that he should make, but it made it difficult because he was actually struggling for rear traction, so he did everything he possibly could to get rear traction. So with big gurney and big wing and all this kind of stuff, big angle on the wing and all that jazz, which kind of gave him the confidence to drive, but the car was, of course, jumping a little bit nose up.
Yeah.
So that guy was suggesting that he changed the gurney and the wing, and he put it on for a reason.
Yeah.
But with our guys, we've got some great guys that drop in and watch and can do timing for us and make suggestions and throw their opinions around. But it's tricky when you're this late into the phase of the event.
Yeah, of course.
When people have kind of just about find a comfort zone,
yeah.
and they don't want to venture too far away from that, so you can't start loading the shotgun. And if you're in a good window when you start out, and if we started the event now with the platform that we've got, with the setup that we've got, then it's a different game. We can make some roll center changes and have confidence that they are going to be a change in the right direction, but we're kind of guessing a little bit at the minute.
Yeah.
You use your knowledge and best informed decisions, but we get it wrong. You know, it's the nature of the beast. I think it's just, it's down to driver preference, comfort, confidence, all the good bits. I mean, it's an amazingly tricky track for most of the Europeans. 8-scale drivers seem to have adapted to it quite well, but then, Giles done really well. I think I'm really impressed with what he's done. The Brits have kind of struggled, really, in all honesty, because we just don't get to experience this.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly AstroTurf and carpet, really, isn't it?
It is, and it kind of not ruins the driving style, but it's a completely different driving style. Yeah. It's not as critical on the smaller details. Bump handling's a little bit more critical. You can still drive hard on that stuff. The brake settings don't have to be perfect. You can be overpowered. All that stuff, which, you cannot be here. You can't be guessing at what you need to be running, and it makes you fearful to make the changes when you get in case you take the car out of the window where it was the best and you were the most comfortable, but you still weren't ultimately happy with it.
Yeah.
So, there's been a lot of frustrations that's kind of come out this time, and of course, some of them frustrations have manifested themselves in car setup and such, because it's difficult to drive the conditions, it's difficult to tune for these conditions.
Yeah.
And it's such a melting pot for tension. I think that's, what people don't see when you're here is like the expectations and the level that it's at, and the small gains, marginal gain again. It's but it's true, isn't it? I mean, you you're managing so many things emotionally.
Yeah.
And it's such an intense
It's a
environment.
European Championships, and,
It is,
and there are going to be probably maybe a quarter of the racers here, or maybe I don't know if it's that many, but who've never been to. They're used to their regional races and national events, and even BRCA or Germany or whatever. And here they're at they're
Euros.
racing racers that they've never seen before, and they're racing head to head against them. And I don't know how this guy races. They might have this is our all Brit heat almost. It's like
is this the
eight Brits.
eight car
Look
Brit
at this.
heat?
Look at these flags.
So who've we got money on then?
I don't want to be too mean to Will.
Right.
But I would say probably Harley. She's doing pretty good in this.
Yeah.
Obviously has the fastest time from qualifying so far. But we had Tommy and Jamie watching. I think it was Q3 or Q2 yesterday, in this heat, and it was brutal.
The intensities, like the expectations that some of the people have are quite unrealistic, and it kind of it does show the men from the boys a little bit, doesn't it? Where the cream rise to the top, I guess the saying goes. But I'd like to say one of the guys that I've been really impressed with here is young Daniel Pohl. I think
we have so many requests for him that we just kind of automatically show him.
Oh, do you?
For the qualifying heats. I think he's already run.
He did.
Q5, yeah.
So he just went for it. Had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
He's been banging in 21st in round, 18s in round, and for me, just taking it in his stride and ultimately enjoying his time here.
Yeah.
Not getting too tied up in the details.
How old is he?
Good question.
I know he's a junior racer.
14.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. So he's
so future Tommy Hall, Orlovsky.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed with what he's done here, and I said to his dad and to Daniel as well. It's just he did the last run. His dad said just go out and enjoy yourself, and I just had when Matt
which
come
you have
over,
to remember to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's the
we're
hard
driving
part.
model cars.
We get so bogged down in the details.
Yeah.
And you're not just doing your 5 minutes on the track, which is super intense. You're doing your 10 hours in the pits as well.
Yeah.
Constantly analysing and thinking and talking and learning and watching, and it's hard work. I mean, it's you guys are in here, and this is hard work as well. But out there, when you're kind of, and especially when it's not going to plan, that's when the kind of tensions rise and the frustrations come out. But no, I mean, like Daniel's done an incredible job. He's a great kid, great family, and I've been really impressed. And I'm happy that they've experienced it in a good way, not a negative way where it's too hard and it's too difficult and they've not done as well as they wanted to. They've just enjoyed it, loved it. Of course it helped that he won the juniors and did a great job in two-wheel drive as well. So, that's a nice accolade for him to have and, collect the trophy. And I think the juniors do need to be rewarded.
Yeah. Can we drop back and find another car, Kieran? Been with Harley for a couple minutes already.
So, Matt got his prediction wrong for two-wheel, didn't he? Who did we say? I got my prediction wrong. I think I said Ronald Falk. Actually, I didn't say anything on air, but I said prior to that, I said Ronald Falk. So I thought Martin was possibly going to get too nervous and looked like he was going to get bullied by Ronald Falk, but in the end, held his nerve. And
is it when he says? I mean, he told us on the afterwards. At the start of somewhere, I think sometime yesterday, I can't remember exactly when, but he said, I'm really relaxed now for four-wheel drive.
Got something out the way.
It was like,
done what? Yeah.
Is that like just a warning shot? It's like, okay, I've done what I really wanted to do. Now I'm relaxed, and I'm setting pole positions, or I'm setting TQs.
So
is that like a, do you see that as like a, I don't know if you caught it live at the time or heard about it or whatever, but assuming you'd seen that at the time, is that like a shot across the bow, just saying, look out, guys?
No, I think it was like a very emotionally driven win. A lot of pressure on himself to want to do it. I guess he's got a four-wheel drive title.
Yeah.
Two-wheel drive.
From Biodelead.
I think he's put a lot of effort into the development of the platform, and you know, it's not so long back X-Ray were kind of in the doldrums, really. When we look at Utrecht and the numbers that were there and the performance, they were struggling.
Yeah.
So, you know, they've picked things up and moved things forward, of course. You do kind of expect it, but like I said, you've still got to go and do it. So, yeah, I could see that he'd relax off the back of that and not be as nervous, and also prove to himself he can still do it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he's kind of a generation behind the Ronner Fox and that, and, you know, these guys race extremely hard, and whether it's your team manager or your boss or whoever it is, you still want to win.
Yeah, and at 37 as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Ronner Fox, yeah, maybe there's hope for the old guys yet.
I mean, Lee Martin, he's the youngest 40+, and here he is, like, just bossing the 40+ championships, just knocking them out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying you could be in there.
Isn't he doing it all in 1 week as well?
Possibly.
Like, he's got
just a couple weeks ago it was Hearts.
Five titles in 1 week. So yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's intense. I say it's fun. It's not fun when it's not going well. But we're learning. Obviously, the Worlds is going to be a fairly intense event.
Yeah.
Come the end of the year. Well, actually, it's not too far away now, is it? September. No. So it's just over a month.
I just spotted Craig's being called relentlessly by Marcus Carup.
Yeah, he's got my dinner for me. So
it's not something serious then.
No. You know, actually for Marcus as well, you know, he's an intense competitor, and it's nice to see him actually over the moon that he's actually made the final.
Yeah.
Of course, I think he should have been in there.
He won it 2 years ago.
Exactly. So it's nice to see that he's just happy to be in there, which, of course, would like to think that he was going to be further up there. I mean, given some luck and some different choices and a car that he could have had to run for longer may have helped. But it is what it is in this instance. So we'll do the best we can do, try and keep it clean, and get the guys to try and move forwards.
All right.
So
well, best of luck to the Associated team.
Thank you, guys, and keep up the good coverage as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And hello to all the Associated guys back at the factory in California.
Thank you.
There we go. Oh, let's play some advertising messages in between this one, and we'll come back to you with our next guest. Well, let Craig get his lunch.
So, hope you enjoyed that. That was Craig Drescher, in case anyone wasn't aware, from CML and Team Associated. CML is the UK distributor for Team Associated, and he's a long-time supporter of the brand, and basically the UK team manager for the team. So he's always here to discuss stuff, and as I said, he's early 90s. He was top dog off-road electric racer for Associated. Went on to become a top touring car racer as well in the early 2000s. It's always great to, some fantastic insights. He's been trackside at world and championship level events for decades. Oh. So we're hoping to have another guest here very soon. I know we are having a few follow requests come in and stuff like that, and apologies if we're not able to catch those during this final round of qualifying. But basically, we'll just follow all the cars as they come out. One lap each roughly, and try to catch everyone that we can while we have our guests either in the studio or joining us remotely. And we had Bruno Coelho and Scott Guyan from RC Race Media in Australia. We're going to be covering the Worlds at Hills RC in, a few weeks' time, several weeks' time. We're trying to get more and more guests. Obviously, Craig is here, as I said, so great to have him in. And we had Mika Vidmeyer from S-Works here as well. Let's see if I can, I'm not sure if I know the top 10 is, people who can glance at a screen and see who's top will already know everything, but let me see if it's kind of figured out already. Basically, it's figured out. Martin Bayer on pole position for the A final. The first one is going to be kicking off at 3:20 p.m. today. That's Central European time. Mikhail Orlovsky going to be starting second. Both of them with 2 TQ runs each. Bartek Zalewski winning the final round of qualifying, but that was helped along a little bit by Bayer running in basically a set of tires. So quite interesting. He's already prepping for the final. Basically, it came down to if Bayer would have won the final, which he was apparently not planning to do, considering he was running a brand new set of tires in. Orlovsky making a couple of small mistake and then a big mistake, and that potentially cost him the TQ run. So Bartek Zalewski, the 18-year-old from Poland, taking the TQ there. And by merit of the faster run time, basically, for Bayer, he ended up being the TQ man. Pole position. Fourth position is going to be David Ronefeld, Hattinen, Kopovic, Vidmeyer, Kilic, Ongaro, and Karup. And Lee Martin setting BQ for starting in the B final on pole, and Hal Figueiredo also missing out on the A final with his four-wheel drive Techno, but happy with how it ended up. He's the only Techno here running an older platform, and he's fairly happy. Ben Smith, second fastest Brit, I believe, behind Lee.
Should we bring in another guest?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's bring in
we've got.
The man who knows about how to get some speed and make it visible, and it's what everyone's been struggling with.
Yeah.
Who isn't wearing a blue T-shirt this weekend? Mr. Joseph Quagrain. Hello, JQ.
JQ.
Hello.
Here he is.
Yeah, lag.
Little bit, but it's all right. We can work around it.
So, you've been hopefully watching a bit of the racing action over the last week. It's been going on. We saw an X-ray, almost a full X-ray lockout on the podium for two-wheel drive. Una Hattinen, you must be fairly familiar with Una Hattinen. Super strong, fast racer in this class, and almost made the last chance at the Worlds in Ongaro Ring.
Yeah.
Not Ongaro Ring, in Redovan.
Yeah.
Yep. of course, Joona has always been one of the fastest Finnish racers, and recently he moved to Germany. He's working for Rude Dog. So I
Yeah.
think in the coming years, we'll see some improvements in his results. He's always had the talent, but I think he's been lacking track time and also setup knowledge and sort of the stuff, the support that you need other than the driving performance itself. So he has the talent and the skill to drive, but he hasn't had the preparation or the knowledge backing him. So I think we'll see steady improvements now in the coming years if he is motivated to improve.
Absolutely. I think what we've seen here this week has been a bit of a perfect storm of it's X-Ray's home track. They've obviously had a lot of practice. They obviously know what they're doing on this track. But at the same time, Associated have got a new platform which they haven't tested very much. And at the same time, Schumacher are also developing something new as well and rolled that out at the beginning of two-wheel drive and maybe rolled back to what they knew. And so it's been a bit of a cluster of new platforms and not comfortable with the track. Maybe you'd be familiar with situations like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's actually clear also from the results. I'm actually very happy for Martin Beyer because he is one of my he was one of my rivals back 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Or is it more already? Almost 20 years ago. And we had many European championships where we were battling, wherever that was for a spot in the main or in the main. We tended to always end up racing each other. And then he did win a European championship in four-wheel drive. Maybe some people forget, but he did win one back in his racing days. But now the last years he's been working for X-Ray, product manager, team manager. I'm sure he's wearing multiple different hats, and racing isn't really his main focus. And also he has a family now, so he's a family man. So to see him go out there and do as well as he has done is really impressive. I'm super happy for him. I'm sure it's very rewarding. But having said that, I think, yes, it's X-Ray's home track, so he for sure has driven a lot. He's comfortable with the jumps and the surface. Layout's a bit different, but most of it's, very similar, the same as before. And of course, he's in charge of developing the car, so he's comfortable with the car also. And that's why we see the results we do. So he TQ'd both classes, and in two-wheel drive you saw he was under immense pressure, but he held it together. And he is not a driver like some of his competition, like Orlovsky or Ronne Falk, who are super talented. He was never that guy. He was the guy who did well when he put in the work, prepared well, and everything came together. So the car was working how he wanted, and he was confident, and then he could put in the results. And that is what he is doing now. And my opinion is that there's no excuse for any of the other teams or drivers not to be on that same level, because he's not the best driver there, and that's not a slight against him. It's just the fact. But he's the best prepared, and that's why he's doing this. And I think that other teams and some other drivers could also put in more work and be more prepared.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking to Craig Drescher. They've got their new, I think it's the B84 car. It's pretty much their international debut is here, and they're working through it basically. As we were saying, Yuna is doing the best of all the team drivers, and information being fed from him to the team drivers, and yeah, so they come here with less expectations than like, oh, we're going to dominate. They knew they would be on the back foot, but like you say, they're generally not prepared, but just by the timing of the release, basically.
Well, I think they've had it for a while, at least the team drivers have. And even so, Associated as a company should have the car figured out to where they know what setups to run to be comfortable on a sort of, this is, I think, relatively standard dirt track that they now have in America. A bit bigger, but still the surface is, I think, similar to what they have in America. And someone like Ongaro, he's an 8-scale off-road driver. His main class isn't 10 scale. He doesn't practice 10 scale. He only shows up to the big events, and he's extremely talented. Like you saw at the World Championships in America, he showed up. I think he finished building the car at the event, and he won. So he clearly has the ability to do really well in this class. So if you see that he is, for him, off the pace, like back end of the A main, that means that the car isn't performing to a level that he can, use it to sort of match his talent and skill. But then the drivers whose focus is 10 scale off-road, like Haatanen or Kairo, for them I feel that they should be better prepared. They should have their cars working well. They should be comfortable. And we're in an interesting place in RC because I think over the years it's become more and more professional. There are more paid drivers. There are more drivers who want to be professional. But then the industry and also even the way the drivers work hasn't followed suit. So they are professional only because they don't have a job and they get paid to race. But everything else is super unprofessional. And even for big brands, really, I'm just being honest. The thing is that if you release a product and you want to win, then there should be some kind of strategy. There needs to be, steady progress towards a goal. And the way to do that is by knowing what you do. You have to learn, you have to base your development on knowledge. And now it's based on experience and sort of opinions without the knowledge.
Yeah.
That's why you see very often when a car becomes a dominant car and starts winning, the other brands just copy that car.
Yeah.
They don't develop or know what they're doing. They just make a car that looks very similar to the car that's winning. And it's a shame. I hope one day it changes to where it becomes more interesting also for the racers and hobbyists because the cars are different and there's sort of interesting innovations happening. But now we are in this state where there's a lot of copying, not very much knowledge actually. And the drivers who do the winning are the ones who put in enough time to be comfortable with the cars they have, regardless of the brand or how good that product actually is. They make it good for themselves and that's it.
Here on track, we've seen a lot of mistakes happening from top drivers making really not many clean laps. In many cases, we haven't really seen that with Bayer. He's made a few mistakes. And there's been a lot of moaning about the not being able to find the right setup. Do you think the mistakes are just pressure, or do you think the setup is... Do you think there's a common issue that people are getting wrong with their setups, kind of from an invisible speed point of view? Do you think there's something people are doing wrong with their setups which is leading to them making the mistakes? Basically, their cars are too hard to drive.
Okay, so would you say that it's the same in two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, or the situation is worse in four-wheel drive?
I feel like maybe it's slightly better because I feel like, well, a lot of people chilled out a bit, but then I suppose early on in four-wheel drive the frustration's been showing. In terms of the mental issues that people are having, the panic sort of set in as well. So, like Ordovsky making a mistake. But
was it the same in two-wheel drive or?
I noticed more crashing and issues in two-wheel drive personally. I don't know about Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's. I don't know. I mean, we're kind of. Mostly, we're talking to the top guys, and it seems like they're. From my memory, which is very short term when on these events, it seems like it's the four-wheel drive. There's more mistakes. It's a higher pressure thing because there's more, obviously there's more moving parts on the car. The cars are going much faster, and because I just remember especially that Martin was saying that 2 laps, yes, yes, I'm top seed, but 2 laps is one thing, but 5 minutes is something entirely different.
Yeah. Well, my opinion has been for a long time already that the two-wheel drive cars are really quite good for the tracks we run on, the tires we run. The cars perform really well. And it's two-wheel drive, so it's going to be harder to control and drive. And we have way too much power, so everyone needs to sort of limit the power to the maximum amount that they can control. But for two-wheel drive, I think generally the cars are quite good. But then for four-wheel drive, I always felt that they are underperforming. You can make the car easy to drive and you can drive around the track. But then at this really elite level, when you want to go as fast as possible, the cars are quite hard to drive. And they also bite you suddenly without warning. So you'll be driving around the track and suddenly you flip over or you have a bad landing. And those things they are not always mistakes by the driver. It's just literally luck, because you can do the same exact thing as a driver and you don't even see anything different, feel anything different, but just the way that the car lands, catches traction, flips it over or something happens. And that's because of the design of the cars. And if I was to design a 10-scale four-wheel drive, I would do it quite differently. And of course, I can't prove it because I don't have a car on the market, but I do believe that it would perform better in the hands of these guys because it would be more forgiving. They would be able to push further, more comfortably, and they'd make less mistakes. And eventually that would be the car then that everyone copies. So that's what I think. It's kind of like in touring car how Automatics made a drastically different car. Everyone had short arms, plastic arms, higher center of gravity. Then Automatics made carbon arms, long arms, low center of gravity, and then now all the touring cars are basically based off the Automatics. That same thing could very easily happen to 10-scale off-road because two-wheel drive, like I said, they're very good, but the four-wheel drive cars are really underperforming to what their potential could be.
What do you think would be that? I mean, I don't know if you're planning to design anything, but give away any secrets. But what do you think would be just one of the step forward changes that you would think a really forward-thinking designer would try to do? Either make a car more durable, or some
I think
suspension, or what specifically?
Yeah, it's basically the biggest thing is the geometry of the car, the suspension geometry, the arms, the hubs, the knuckles, all of that. And also the rules dictate the wheel sizes and offset, I believe, so you can't change much there. But matching the car to the tires and wheels we have now, and then basically designing it in a way where the car is more forgiving and the tuning window is more sensible, because that's another thing that confuses drivers. I think that some 10-scale cars, when they make a change, believe the car handles different on some of the cars so far.
I think we've lost them. I think we've lost you, JQ.
You've frozen. We were just about to hear the secrets then.
Oh, man. Hold that thought, JQ, if you can still hear us. So we'll try to reconnect to JQ.
Hello? Here he is. Sorry, we're having a connection issue. I'm not sure if it's our end or your end.
Okay, it just went blue screen here.
Okay.
What was the last thing you heard?
You were about to give away all your secret plans.
Yeah, you were just like
about
mind
to say.
dumping on us, and
there was temp scale designers with a pen and paper,
Yeah.
with about to write it all down.
I can repeat
the
it.
last thing you said was the tuning window is possibly too wide and not sensible enough, and people get lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it's not about that it's too wide. It's just that it's sort of so far off that it throws people off. Basically, the way drivers usually ask questions is, what should I do to get more grip, for example? And then you have links go on in the car and you say, okay, well, move the link up or move the link down, right? So if this geometry is very far off, up or down, you do different things because you are not in the range of what sort of well-designed car would be. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you sounded like you were just a bit underwater there, but it's about the links on the suspension and moving them up and down. Sorry, I'm just like kind of refreshing and trying to recall, but yeah, so I remember back when I think it was the Associated B3 came out, or maybe it was the B2. I think it was the B3 when they deliberately went from like multiple Camberlink locations and they went to like 2 on the kit car when it came out. Do you remember that? And they said, okay, our drivers said there's too many options and it confuses people, so we've gone to what our team drivers say are the best for most tracks. You remember that? Is that something? I mean, is that along the lines of what you're suggesting?
Well, yes and no. It's just that where are those two positions?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If they are very far in one direction, then you are kind of stuck in this box and you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's more the case in the current, especially four-wheel drive cars.
Good stuff.
And I think it's because most people in this industry at the moment, they do not base their design or development on knowledge, they base it on experience. And those are two very different things. If you've tried 100 different things and you remember what they did versus you actually understand.
Yeah.
There's a big gap between that. And currently I think the reason the cars are the way they are is not because people have understood something, it's because they've tried a lot and this is where they ended up.
Well, we also have the issue. I mean, we were talking with Martin Bayer actually about, as lead designer and design manager and whatever his actual titles are. He was saying that in some cases on cars that we were looking at that he won previously with, the customers can often dictate what goes into the car. Like self-tapping screws that are more durable than a machine-threaded screw and easier to remove parts for, but the customers want machine screws, so the machine screws go in the kit. And so you'll often get that as well, where the
outside pressure from the customers who actually don't know what they're talking about.
And cone washers and colored options and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about them nowadays, but I remember the white car and all the green bits and all that stuff that you offer, and so but if the customers don't buy them, then what's the point in designing it and stocking it and making it and all that stuff? So it's there's always that pressure as well. So it's kind of this weird, yes, what works on the track, and what I know works, or what is the popular on the market, and also what the customers say they're not going to be interested in.
Yeah, I've always been more interested in the racing side and the racing performance. All of what you said is true, and because all the brands who go racing rely on sales to regular hobbyists,
Of course.
then of course the product has to be good for them also. But that's why we have option parts, and for example with Mayako we have the membership program. So we have a standard car, and then we have this different developmental prototype car, which you can still buy if you remember, but that's the car that we developed specifically for racing and trying to innovate and find new ways of gaining speed. So my interest lies in the racing side more, and that's also why I've tried to push RC racing to a more professional direction where, yes, it's a hobby for most people, but it's actually a job for the top drivers. So let's also make the racing and the products and everything around that more professional, because then it's going to potentially grow the hobby, but at least make it more fun and interesting for the people who truly care about racing.
Yeah, definitely. And can you tell us a little bit about the Mayako membership program? So, for those for those out there who are maybe hearing about it for the first time or have heard about it, but don't know really what it's about. Obviously, there's the website to check, but like sort of the tweet length sort of information that you would give to somebody, the elevator pitch, sort of, if you will, of what you can get. You said that there's the normal card that you can get directly from Mayako, and then you can join the membership program.
Yes, exactly. So this was to solve this exact problem. We need a car that's very durable, simple, straightforward, easy to drive, easy to maintain. And that's a car that anyone can buy, any hobby shop or online. And then we also want to develop the car and push the envelope, try to figure out what the next evolution in car design could be. And to do that, we also include our customers. And to be able to buy those prototype parts, you need to be a member. It's $350 for 1 year, and then you get access behind the scenes, access to parts, discounts, all of that stuff. So it's a different way of running the business, and the reason for this was the fact that we don't have professional racing. There's not a separation between professional and amateur. What other brands do is they do make special parts, but they just don't talk about them, and only the top team drivers have them. So very often when you see someone winning a big race and you look at their setup sheet, it's not really the truth, because they're running a different chassis and they're running different this and that, and a whole host of parts. And then it's kind of hiding in plain sight in a sense. Like if you really look at the car, you can see it's different.
Yeah.
But what we do instead is we openly say, okay, yes, it is different. It's not always better, but it's different, and you can also be a part of this if you want to. So there's these two distinct lines of product lines in a sense.
Yeah, it's quite cool, and you get the I think it's Zoom calls or WhatsApp calls as well, and some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So qualifying's
exactly. It's like
qualifying's almost wrapped up, and I wanted to. So we're going to say thank you for joining us, but wanted to ask you, push you, who's your prediction for the win today?
I think Martin Bayer will win because I think in four-wheel drive, even though it's hard to drive, especially in qualifying when you're pushing, I think it's easier to drive racing someone. And he was really strong in two-wheel drive already under pressure. So now if he just sort of makes a couple of tweaks on the car to make it just 10% easier to drive, and he just focuses on his own car, no driving, not making mistakes, he'll win. No one can get by on a track like so. I think Martin will win.
Amazing.
Good stuff.
Thanks so much for joining us, Joseph. Great to see you. And I guess we'll see you in Barcelona.
One last thing.
Go on.
Yeah, I'll be there. One last thing. So I'll be watching here the race, and the World Championships are coming up. I would like to help someone at the World Championships. Any sort of top driver who can make the main or do really well.
In Australia or Barcelos?
Yeah, in Australia for the 10 scale off-road worlds. I believe I can make a difference just based on what I'm seeing here. So, yeah, just get in touch.
Are you going to help
I
them
don't care what brand or what driver.
remotely, or are you going to go there?
No, I can do it remotely.
Okay. Let's make it happen. We'll put in we'll talk to some guys.
Yeah. I mean,
And we
have
can
some
even
suggestions.
maybe
I
we
mean-
can we can include it in the coverage maybe somehow.
Okay. This sounds good.
Why not?
All right. We will we'll put in a good word, see if we can get somebody recruited into the Invisible Speed program to get one-on-one advice from you during the Worlds.
Yep.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you very soon. Thanks a lot, Mr. Joseph Quegrain.
See you, JQ.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah.
And that brings us very nicely to the very last heat of qualifying for this European Championships.
Yeah, here we go. So after this heat, we're going to end the broadcast.
Yes, we're going to end the broadcast, and we'll start a new finals broadcast.
So make sure and like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you're notified when the new live stream starts.
Wherever you're watching this, just hit subscribe. If it's on the EFRA YouTube channel, if it's on the RC Racing TV YouTube channel, don't watch it on Facebook. Just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. So, let's see. We always have a request for Sandstrom in the car 3, and also, let me see, Evie Thames, I think. I know Janice out there in the comments will be wanting to see Evie go. No, actually, and is this Hair? No, it's Harry, not Harriet. But here's one of our 40-plus racers of Peter Sandstrom. Last run of qualifying round 5. Jared Stone saying, what time is it there? At the moment, it is 1:35. It's Central European time. So the L finals will kick off at 3:10. And then we have the A1 final 10 minutes later at 3:20. The A2, there will be a few other finals as well in there, starting from the K down to, I can't remember which, I think the G. The A2 final kicks off at 4:20. A3 is scheduled to kick off at 5:45. Now all of the times are on the myrcm.ch website. Practice, we won't necessarily show practice because it's just practice. So after the first A final, we have the single finals of the K, the J, the I, the H, the G, and then the second A final. And we are due to have a special guest again, special guest color commentator, someone who knows these cars in and out. And we will, once we have confirmation.
He's kind of got a horse in both races. Is that? I was going to say a horse in both camps, but that's a foot in both camps. He's been really close with.
He has a foot in both counties.
There you go. Our co-commentator for the A finals has been incredibly close to Mikhail Orlovsky since the start of his racing. Orlovsky has been an LMR driver, and there's.
Oh, you're giving it away.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, not really, but
not really.
Sort of. If you haven't been listening the last couple of minutes.
And obviously, he's pretty close with Bayer as well, and the whole of the X-Ray team. And as you look down the A final listings, the standing, the grid, it's a bit of an X-Ray sandwich. Bayer, Orlovsky, Zalewski. Who's next on that grid?
Ronafop.
Ronnefalk. So I think it's going to be so tough for Orlovsky.
It will
if
be.
anyone can do it,
Yeah,
it's him.
exactly.
And he's in the position that he's earned through qualifying, obviously.
Yeah.
And if anyone can do it, it's him. But wow, I mean, just the dominance, the sheer dominance of blue t-shirts all around him is going to make it really tough. And all the more sweet if he makes it through. All the more sweet for him and his team and the Schumacher guys watching at home.
If we remember back to EOS, remember it was Zalewski who was right in there.
Yeah.
Zalewski and Ronnefalk, who were right behind Orlovsky.
Arguably the most pressure Bayer had in two-wheel drive was from Ronnefalk. Now you're going to get a different kind of pressure from your teammate under the X-Ray banner than you're going to get from Orlovsky. I'll tell you that for nothing. There's going to be a different kind of pressure. And, it was still pressure from Ronnefalk. He wasn't going to let him win. In fact, he got past.
Yeah.
And then Bayer tried to cut the track to get past him again. They would go to lengths, but there'll be different kinds of lengths.
Yeah.
This will be a different kind of final. This has been one hell of a pressure cooker from start to finish. Don't count out any of the drivers because if those front two do come together, anything can happen. And someone from much lower in the grid could take at least one of the finals and mix things up. We want it to go to 3 finals. That's all we want, is for it to go to 3 finals. We have no other desire for any particular driver to win, but we want it to be fantastic, thrilling racing over 3 finals.
Yeah,
please.
and we got that wish in two-wheel drive, and we hope it comes true again in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a great time with our guests joining us. We had Bruno joining yesterday.
Yeah.
Imagine if Bruno was in this mix as well. It would be again a different story.
Yeah, no one's asking about him today, but obviously we did have people.
We scratched that itch yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to hear from him. You can rewind and check out yesterday's live stream, and it's we talked to him. We talked to Scott from RC Race Media.
Yeah.
Obviously, earlier today we had just now we had JQ.
Do you enjoy having guests, dear viewer? Do you want us to bring more on during the rest of the season that's left? We could bring in quite a few, I think, for the e-Buggy Worlds from Barcelos. Regular guest slots, I think, is a good way forward.
Yeah, for sure. And it's great to get the insight from the drivers who are doing this sort of thing literally week in, week out, almost every weekend of the year. Whereas, Matt and I, we don't get the opportunity to race because we're here covering it.
we spread ourselves quite thin.
Very thin. And my ongoing joke is every time I come to a Euros or a ETS or something, I'm like, I really want to drive one of these. I want to race one of these cars.
Specialists, we are not.
Yeah. I just want to drive everything.
I've seen all the things you keep buying. Somebody give Frank some RC products, please.
Yeah, give me a gift certificate to eBay. I have some Tamiya touring cars I want to get. So we will sign off for now, but we will be back approximately when?
We will be back
at approximately 3 p.m., which is 10 minutes before the L.
Yes. So the L kicks off at 3:10. So around 3 o'clock we'll be back with you.
Okay. So for now, this is RC Racing TV. I am Frank McKinney. We've got Matt McCallum in the commentary box with us. We have Kieran up on the camera on the rostrum. We're at the Hudy Arena for the EFRA 110th four-wheel drive Off-Road European Championships for 2025. We want to thank our title sponsor, Hobby Wing, and also J Concepts, EuroRC.com, Elsaram, S-Works, Meebo Sport with that fantastic 10% discount offer all week long. Well, ends today. And also X-Ray, and our supporters are One Works, Team Savox, Schumacher, Absima, and T-Works. So for the next hour and 20 minutes roughly, we'll see you. Have a nice break and have some lunch. We're gonna go get some food and meander around the pits and talk to see what the mood is like. And we'll see you soon for the finals.
This stream is ending. Hit subscribe to watch the finals. Goodbye.